for context, I did rework a few things with with the other job and stuff. So if you guys are fancying going into a vampire nest, that's now like ready.
Okay.
So you go either or. Uh,
Fancy going into it. Wow.
yeah. Alrighty then. I guess since everybody's here, we can start.
Sorry, eating lunch. That's why I'm not responding. But Johnny's all for going after undead things, yes.
Oh hell yeah. So I guess let me make sure roll 20. Okay.
Like, where are you that we roll up on you and go, "Hi guys, sorry we missed the morning."
I'll get into that.
Yay!
When we last met our heroes, they had conquered a cult and regained and reunited an angel with his grace. Now, they are on their way back to the village, heads held high and full of holy stuff. To reunite with their friends who have just arrived at the town that they had previously adventured from. What lies await? What lies in wait for our heroes on this episode of Kings of War? The Guff Shot?
The Guff shot? Nice.
Outstanding.
Thank you. So, yeah, you guys, you conquered, you beat, what, what did I decide his name was last second? Ronald, I think. Cult leader Ronald.
Something like that, yeah.
Does he have big red shoes?
It was in fact his name,
You-
called Leader Ronald.
Cult leader Ronald. I wonder if we're gonna get any fan art of cult leader Ronald if we ever get
Ah,
big old fan base to this. That'd be great.
that would be pretty funny.
So
I'm just imagining a D&D Ronald McDonald as the cult leader here, because let's face it, McDonald's total cult.
I mean, did have that gold mask, and I was imagining with kind of like reddish robes, so like kind of got the color scheme down, honestly.
Just saying.
Just saying. So yeah, Tonist has vanished into the ether because I couldn't come up with a good excuse for why he wouldn't be here, and Rana and Athan have now returned to the town. I forgot what I called it last session.
I didn't
it
review,
was
so I
something
also
rustic.
forgot.
That
Bobville.
Sure, why not? Uh,
And Tonus is gone because Liger's got a flat tire.
it's true. We had one of Liger's legs gave out, and they had to call Fantasy AAA again. So now he's off making sure that's settled. So we rejoin our heroes with Rana and Athan walking back through the gate of the town, and Johnny and Althea are currently chilling over by the fountain in the town square.
Althea, I'm telling you, when somebody offers to go drink for drink with you and they're using their own special mead, just say no. Because if you don't, this is what happens to you. How's your head feeling?
Wait, what happened? What?
Althea looks kind of like a
Apparently.
train wreck.
She does.
She met up. We met up with a traveling bardic group last night that they were playing over at the Troubadour, and after their first set, Althea was really into their music. She really liked it, and she got all effusive, and they offered to go drink for drink with us.
One of them said they knew about Miss Celestial. I couldn't resist.
And Althea went drink for drink. I lost count after about 7 shots that she had.
Wow. Okay.
It didn't help that the stuff was rainbow fizzy.
So should we keep our voices low?
Nah, Johnny goes, nah.
Leia sticks her head in the fountain.
Okay. Um. Okay. Well, hi. We just got back from a super secret hideout. You guys missed that. But I guess yeah, we helped an angel out, so that was neat. Oh, Althea, I'm so glad. I'm so bummed you missed that. We could have maybe you guys. I don't know. Never mind.
She starts crying.
You made the paladin cry.
Aw.
Oh.
But we have like these two other like board notices. One of them is about a noise complaint. And then what did the other one say?
Yeah, the two notices, there was one of them that was the noise complaint that was like it was all messy and like hand scrawled, and then the other one was a bit it was more legible. It just seemed like a dude wrote it down, but it said uh it was something along the lines of like need help clearing out vampire den, big money reward. Well paid, something along those lines.
Okay.
No noise, please.
Oh, no noise complaints.
Please.
Oh, but that's the one I wanted to do.
I mean, okay, if we can shut them up.
I mean, that probably is the goal of
That's usually how noise complaints work.
yeah, shut them up.
Johnny will take pity on poor Althea and cast lesser restoration on her and get rid of her hangover. Because it purges
Oh,
purges
dead
toxins.
Do you have to roll anything for that, or is that just a thing you can do?
Yeah, I think it's just a thing.
All right.
I don't
Yeah.
think there's a roll for it.
It's a contested save if she doesn't want it to work, but I'm pretty sure she's like, "Ah." So yeah, it's just a thing.
So yeah,
So-
Johnny casts Lesser Restoration, and Althea, you got a bit more pep in your step. It feels like you just, aside from the actual amount of water where you just dunked your head in, it feels like you had a nice tall glass of good, refreshing hydration. You're feeling hangover is you can feel it like slipping away from you.
She blinks a few times, straightens up, looks at Johnny, gently backhands him and says, "Why did you wait so long to do that? Do you really hate me that much?"
We need to learn from the errors of our ways. This needed to be a teachable moment for you on the evils of drink. As he pulls out his Boda bag and takes a nice drink of his own mead.
Okay.
Fine.
I'm glad
Don't
you're feeling
drink what-
better.
Don't drink what strangers give you.
Yeah, Ambrose learned
True.
that.
Yeah. Oh boy, if he was here.
Okay, so do we want to do the noise complaint or do we want to do the vampires? I think
Y'all are
Ethan
the
wants to do the noise
returning
complaint.
Y'all are
Oh, go ahead. What?
y'all are the returning conquering heroes. I think you get to pick.
They do kind of be conquering heroes, though.
Oh, wait. First, we need to inspect something very closely. We need to inspect those vials of silver. The silver, what is that called in D&D? It's like
Oh yeah,
the silver
I'm
sheen.
actually not sure if they're a D&D thing. I kind of just
Silver
made
sheen
that
is a
up.
thing, Guff. It's a thing. But
Ooh.
Silver nitrate?
and the potions of water breathing, and then the bag of holding. We need to inspect
Yep.
those very closely.
Whoever would
mean-
like to.
Be a cast to identify on those?
I don't know
Uh,
if identify is necessarily the like going to help. They seem to be okay. Here's what happened. We bought a potion of disguise voice, and apparently when we looked a little closer at the label, it was disguise voice.
Hey.
And
oh.
then we bought a wand of levitation, and then when we tried to use it, apparently the levitation only applied to the wand. So the wand floated out of Tonist's hand and up into the ceiling. So that was
Where it
So
remains to this day.
so
Althea cracks her knuckles. So who do we have to beat up?
Rana gets real pale and she's like, I'm not going back in there.
Okay.
Who took advantage of you in a capacity of purchasing goods?
What's the question? I think I missed it.
Who took advantage of the party in the capacity of purchasing bad goods?
Some eccentric traveling merchant, and Rana will like pause and go, lady. Are you trying to say that into the party? Because you're not coming through. Ethan says she was nice.
She gave you guys a pretty good deal on those potions.
She did, but if they're legit potions,
They're
then
crap potions.
so we need to check. Let's check and see if the potions are legit and the silver sheen is legit, and then maybe the joke items will be forgiven.
Am I coming through
I
okay
will
now?
tell you if they're real
Yes.
or not.
Do y'all want breakfast? Why don't we go grab breakfast? We can inspect those things.
Sure.
You guys just came tramping back into town, so let's go
Sure, we can do that.
figure out what we're. Yeah.
Late
And
brunch.
I'll introduce you to the wonders of breakfast stout.
Y'all.
So we head
Althea's
to
having milk.
like a nearby tavern to like get some food and
Yeah, you
inspect these things rather closely.
yeah, this the town is still on the smaller side, but they do have little like inns and stuff. You can see little kind of bed and breakfast joints scattered around. The closest one to you guys is called Berthold's Bed and Bacon.
Okay.
Bacon.
Like another one that we went to once, it's called Bubby's Beer and Boar. Berthold's Bed and Bacon. I love it. Okay, so we'll go in.
All right, you guys head inside Berthold's Bed and Bacon, and you can see that there is a. It's kind of set up like a bar or a pub, kind of, with nice little bar along the wall with a bunch of stuff behind it, and then there's like proper dining tables and booths set up on the floor and around the perimeter of the building, and standing behind the bar is a lovely kind of overweight guy with a nice bushy mustache, and he goes, "Ah, welcome to Berthold's Bed and Bacon. I'm Berthold. Feel free to take a seat wherever you like, and we'll have a server over to take your order soon."
Thank you, sir. Pleasure to meet you. Lovely establishment.
Thank you, sir. It's always nice to meet a man with good taste.
And go have a seat away from the main door.
Yep, so you guys go and take one of the corner booths.
Yep.
Learned our
You
lesson with that
all,
bag of holding, did we?
Oh, with the potions, if we want to like split up the inspecting with the potions, I'm pretty sure the potions are legit. Well, I'm not sure why I'm pretty sure the potions are legit actually because the last potion wasn't. But yeah, the potions, Johnny, if you want to identify those while we look at the bag of holding, because I'm not sure if an identify is going to help with that.
Identify will tell you if it's a magic item, and it will tell you the exact properties of said item.
Okay.
So
Are
yes,
potions technically magic?
Yes.
yeah,
Okay, yeah, that will work then.
it's a magic potion of something. Unless it's just colored water, And it'll tell you if it's that too, because it tells you what the thing is. So yeah, and since we're out of combat, Johnny will just go ahead and start casting. Do the ritual version so it doesn't take spell slots.
Yeah, absolutely. How long does that take?
10 minutes per casting.
Okay, yeah. So, while Johnny is doing that, does somebody want to do an investigation roll on the bag of holding?
Yes, I can do that.
All right.
I'm trying to do a bag of devouring, and we're about to lose Rana.
Investigation. My investigation is
Can I give her
shit.
advantage?
Oh gosh.
Seems legit.
Really? So
Uh,
you know, okay. Never mind. I'm gonna hand it to Ethan because I'm still pretty suspicious. Or Althea, like whoever. It's like she looks at it and she goes,
I
I don't fucking know. She's gonna hand it off to someone, but I'm still so suspicious. Like there's no way it's legit, but I can't tell.
I will say, typically with that roll, you did notice. Oh damn, Ethan. Okay. Uh, really quick, going off of Rana's roll, you do notice. Or was it? Oh, Althea. Okay, excuse me. Sorry, a lot of similar names
Okay.
in this
Names,
party.
yeah.
Uh, Rana does notice as she's kind of just like moving around the bag in her hands and kind of pulling on it. Uh, typically, bags of I don't know much about D&D stuff. I'm gonna be real, but typically, usually a bag of
Thank you.
holding would have like an array of buttons or a zipper. Open it, I think.
Sure. Depends on what the bag's made of and how it's
Sure.
constructed, but sure.
But you do notice that this bag of holding, instead of having like any traditional zipper or just an array of buttons, it just has one large heart-shaped clasp on the front of it.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Then
So then she'll hand it
pass
to
it over.
Althea.
You pass it over to Althea, and as Althea is kind of working it over and stuff and looking at it, uh, she pulls out a tag that was kind of tucked into one of the seams of the bag near the bottom, and you see that it is not a bag of holding; it is a bag of hold me.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
I
it
don't know.
means it's a pouch.
Might be something. Might be something. You could try opening it. I don't know.
Don't know. Yeah, Johnny's in gross misery. I can't meta this one. Have fun, kids.
Bag of
You know what? Actually,
Uh,
with a natural 20, Althea, you also like flip over the tag at the bottom of the bag, and you see in very, very fine print, like you must have gotten a fairy or something to write this fine print because it's tiny. But you, with that natural 20, I'm gonna let you read it. It says, "I will only open to those willing to share affection."
Willing to share affection. Assuming Althea reads that out loud.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a pretty nice bag.
Yeah.
Do you want it? Do you share affection? I don't know. You're kind of.
Sure, I can share affection with a bag.
That sounds so weird. Okay.
That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard. I regret.
That's
I need brain bleach for that last statement.
Does anybody attempt to open it?
um.
Johnny
Sure?
actually, since Rana's there, Johnny actually could open it, but Johnny's busy.
Yeah. Rana, do you try to open it?
Bag of hold me. Yeah, sure. Why not?
You grab the bag and you kind of grab the clasp and you attempt to pull it apart, but it doesn't budge.
Huh. All right. Well, she'll.
She cares not for Johnny. How callow can you be?
What? That
Playing with the
no.
cleric's emotions. Unrequited love on the port of the poor cleric. What a harsh world this is.
It's a good thing Johnny's casting that spell. She'll toss it to Ethan or Althea. Like, I can't open it.
Althea is still really nervous about it. So
You
she's
just have to open it though.
she's gonna see if Ethan wants to open it. Do you want to open it? Because I'm afraid something is going to jump out and wrap itself around my neck and be
Sure.
attached to me for the rest of my life.
Ethan will take the bag and give it a big ol' hug and pop open the clasp while hugging it.
It actually, you don't even need to raise your hand for that second bit. As you wrap your arms around the bag, it pops open.
Yeah, see,
And
don't hold
inside
me, come
there
on.
is nothing.
Sweet. So, lockable
So-
bag.
Mechanically, for those wondering, the bag of Hold Me is a normal bag that can carry about 5 pounds of weight. However, once closed, it is literally impossible to open by any means, physical or magical, unless you give it a nice little hug.
That's amazing.
Weird.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
That's
Have fun with that, Ethan.
yeah. You and your cuddle bag. Go for it.
I
Just
will.
be careful not to cuddle it like while you sleep or something,
Yeah,
because then
yeah.
it'll just pop open and all your stuff comes out.
Jeff, you know you have one of your
And-
modulator things going, right?
Do I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very slight, but it's on a little bit.
I shouldn't be.
Well, you
You
do.
you sound slightly
Why?
slightly mechanical or whatever it is.
Oh no.
I knew it.
I
He's
think there's
actually one of
music
our
on
robot
my-
overlords.
Yeah, my voice changer is currently not running, so
Oh,
this might just be
interesting.
Mike dying.
Oh no! Oh my. Okay.
It sounds like you're speaking. Good lord. It sounds like you're speaking from inside one of those laser tag pods. Not laser
Okay,
tag. Not laser tag. What were those mech? Honey.
Mech warrior.
Yeah, the mech warrior. Oh God, what was the name of that place?
Does-
Anyway,
Oh,
It
okay.
doesn't matter.
Let me try one
That's a
sec.
little
Technical
better.
difficulties.
That was a little better.
How about
Say it. Say
there any-
something. I guess.
oh yeah, now it sounds right.
is it sounding better now?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
I used the normal ish.
Okay.
I love how he's trying to talk.
I did-
Normal for you.
Talking over him.
I just completely turned off the voice changer. So no more spooky voice, I guess, unfortunately.
No.
And yeah, right as you wrap up with the bag, Johnny, your spell of identification wraps up.
Mhm.
And you were casting it on both the water breathing potions and the quicksilver, whatever it's called.
So these things sitting on the table in front of me, and I'm casting it over the items.
You can see from the identification, potions are legit. They're magical and they do everything that she says that they did. You do notice that the potions of Quicksilver do have like luster dust in them to make look a little bit more shiny, more poppy to the to the consumer, but they are legit. Everything will do what she says they did.
It's aftermarket add-ons for glam. I love it.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so the water breathing and the silver, because just in case we do make it over to those vampires, the silver is going to be important.
Yeah.
Silver's for werewolves.
And vampires. It's both of them, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
No?
Oh, yeah.
Vampires.
Depends on the DM.
Vampires are tax returns.
I could have sworn silver worked on
Damn.
both of them.
No, yeah, silver. If I can get a little art student history here, silver was
please.
just seen as like a holy metal back in the day, so it was just seen as like a purification thing. So that's where
Makes
silver
sense.
It depends on the mythology, but silver is basically a cure-all for anything weird and undead. And
Ah,
yeah, silver,
gotcha.
the Quicksilver stuff in game, it gives you it's just a little like kind of test tube size vial. You just slap it on a weapon and slather it, and now that weapon will one turn kind of chromy and look badass, and it will give a +3 to every roll you make with that weapon against a undead or otherwise unholy supernatural creature. So vampires, werewolves, probably zombies, that kind of shit.
Lyco X's. Yeah, got it.
Okay.
Do we still have the mithril on some of our weapons from when we took on the Mind Flayer?
Those would have
Sure.
been imbued. So yeah, those weren't coatings. Those we re-imbued those weapons.
Right.
Okay. Mm.
Yeah. After the potion identification has completed, Bertold swings by, takes all your orders, and everybody has a lovely breakfast and gets a point of inspiration if you didn't have it already.
Yee.
Ooh.
Inspiration is important.
Oh, what kind of teas do they have?
Oh, they got all of the good teas. They got Earl Grey, Arizona. I don't know any other
Do you
teas.
have anything with pear?
Sure, they got pear teas.
Really? Well,
Yeah,
that's what I want.
why not?
I love an Arizona iced tea. That sounds delightful.
What's
Yeah.
Arizona?
Exactly. I'm gonna try it.
I'm over
It's
here
only
having
9.
breakfast in Paris, so
Hell yeah.
What's Paris?
I don't know, but it's got notes of Earl Grey and vanilla, and there's chocolate in it too.
Who's
So,
Earl
hey.
Grey?
Ooh.
And what's he doing in your tea?
Ha.
The Earl of Grey. You do notice actually as you look at the tea board, there is a little poster that says out of honey, unfortunately. So if you like honey with your tea, they are fresh out.
No, that's okay. Rana doesn't like things super sweet.
Ooh.
The pear
They
is
have
enough. If it's like, because the pear infusion
Yeah.
brings enough sweetness.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Johnny's just having black coffee.
Ooh. Yeah, so everybody has a point of inspiration and the bill comes by, do you tip?
Yes.
Sure.
Oh,
Fantastic.
Because we're good
Yeah,
It's
people.
a service industry. Of course we have to do.
Yeah.
the whole breakfast plus tip costs about oh, I also should have mentioned for the one shot, just because the money and party treasure thing was like a thing. I don't want you guys digging into those reserves for just for the sake of the one shot. Everybody had like 500 gold in their pocket, basically.
Okay.
walking bait for marauders.
Don't worry, marauders. Indeed, no way.
No.
Uh,
Okay. So,
so
how
yeah,
much was breakfast?
it was about 30 altogether. So
30
you
gold?
guys can do it. At 30
And that's
gold with tip.
expensive.
That's a really that's
Highway robbery.
It was a good breakfast. It gave y'all inspiration.
you could buy a couple of horses for that, but okay.
DM says.
Yeah.
Inflation. It's a whole. Yeah.
Johnny eyeballs Berthold and says 30 gold, huh? Okay.
It was good
Okay.
breakfast.
It was.
Okay.
We do feel
Okay.
particularly inspired, and he had my favorite tea, which I think is probably imported and really expensive.
Oh yeah, it's real hard to find pears around these parts. And because I'm now realizing I have no idea what a pear grows on or what
A
climate
tree.
it needs. So
A tree.
okay,
It's a tree fruit. It's like an apple,
good to know.
But different.
but different. Yeah.
Yeah, you pay the man. You can either, do it Dutch, or if somebody's feeling particularly generous, you can just cover it.
Althea suggested it. She'll pay up.
Yeah, I mean, Rana will chip in like her cut. I don't know, whatever.
Johnny will help. Everyone, it looks like everybody except our Ethan is going to chip in. Ethan's just sitting there going, "I'm good." No, I'm kidding. I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
probably
I'm
just
not going to.
everybody will just chip in their cut.
Yeah, I'm not going to speak
Yeah.
for anybody. That's what to do. All right, so
Yeah,
good,
and
good
now
call on breakfast, Althea. How's your head?
I feel fine.
Good.
Just
nice.
so do we go and deal with the noise complaint, or do we go and destroy vampires? Or attempt to destroy vampires?
Oh, Ethan wanted to check out the noise complaint. He seemed really curious about that. Is
Yeah,
that
I'm
cool with
for
everybody?
noise complaints.
Sure. And then if we've got time afterwards, we can
Go stomp
go
some
kill
vampires.
vampires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So noise complaint, where it was really poorly written.
Out in the swamp.
Out in the
Yeah,
swamp. Oh, that's why we bought the water breathing potions.
just in case.
How many water breathing potions are there?
Enough.
Okay.
I think there was. Let's see.
Enough.
Yeah, there were 3 water breathing potions.
Oh, that's not enough.
So yeah, the directions on the the directions on the flyer are pretty vague. It just says like deep in the swamp, basically. Uh, but so you guys could attempt to maybe, network a little bit, see if there's anybody who knows some swampish, or you guys do know that the swamp is just south of the town, and it's not super big, so
Well, we just paid this man well for our breakfast and tipped, so I think we can probably ask him for a little bit of
we're
information.
gonna ask old Berthold about the flyer.
Absolutely. And about the swamp and anything he may know, and where we can find another potion of water breathing.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You just, as you're leaving, one of you asks Bertold, and he's like, "You show him the flyer, I'm assuming."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he says, "Oh, that's old Joshy's handwriting. He lives out in the swamp. If you go out straight south from the south gate of town, you should start to see his place. Will warn you though, he pays well, but he's a little bit cold on the first introduction, if you get what I mean. Bit of an acquired taste."
I,
I resemble that remark.
all right. Acquired taste. What kind of acquired taste?
He's a really good old bugger once you get to know him, but he might shoot at you a little bit for getting on his property.
Okay, great. Okay, so Rana's gonna heal herself before they go, because I just remembered I'm at like half health.
Oh yeah, oh, I meant to put a thing in the Discord. You guys forgot to mention this, and now I'm kicking myself. Ethan and Rana, you guys both like long rested on your way back to town. So y'all should be at
It was a
full.
really good breakfast.
That was a really
Yes,
good
really good
breakfast.
breakfast.
Really good breakfast.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
That's worth 530 gold. 6 whatever the cut was. A long rest. I'll take it.
Yeah, meal worth a long rest. It's definitely worth its weight in gold.
It's like those Uber dishes that you can make in Breath of the Wild. It's like full
Oh yeah,
full
you also have
recovery plus
an
extra
extra
hearts.
3 yellow hearts.
Yep. Like don't
Hell
mind
yeah.
if I do. Okay, sorry. All right then. Let's
Do you
go.
have any more questions for Bertold?
Oh, how do we get him to not shoot at us? Because we are answering his summons or his
Uh,
poster.
Probably just let him know old Bertold sent you. He's me and him go way back. I buy a lot of crayfish from him for the crayfish tea that I make.
Rana gives him a look, and she's like, I do. Oh my. Okay, great. Okay, crayfish tea.
And if you probably just wave the flyer at him, it'll eventually click in that old head of his.
Eventually. Okay.
What kind of ammunition does he use?
Mainly spear.
Okay. Good to know. Johnny, you're going first.
Oh no, let Ethan go
Johnny?
first. He can catch spears.
Oh yeah, monk.
That is true. I can catch spears.
Yeah, he
He
can
can
catch him.
attempt to
Hey.
catch a spear.
So Ethan goes first. Johnny goes directly after him, and Rana, you and I can hide behind Johnny.
Sounds good.
He's going to be hawking spears at us.
Johnny stops for a second, looks at Althea, who's clad in head-to-toe plate mail.
You still have better AC than I do, bub.
Next to the very short
true.
half elf that has, I think, studded leather and some bark skin.
Custom studded leather. Yeah. No, he's just looking head-to-toe clad plate mail paladin.
With a big
Okay. He
halberd.
claps her on the shoulder. Okay, not a problem.
Mr. Adamantine armor.
What?
Rana will hide behind both of you and then shoot at him between y'all's, I don't know, your legs.
But we don't want to
Stop
kill him.
shooting
We
this
just
guy.
we want him.
I'm
we
not
don't want
gonna
to
shoot him.
him
I won't shoot him. I was kidding.
Politely.
lightly. Pin his hand to the wall of his house. Sure.
There you go.
Or
Yeah.
houseboat. Or,
Pin his hand to his forehead. There you go.
Oh no.
wow. Okay.
With
I will be
that,
right back. Continue on. Be right back.
I
Okay.
really hope he's not complaining about the noise of the cicadas because I don't know how to fix that. Johnny said fire. Okay. And will we need water breathing potions out there? Because if so, we're gonna have to find another one.
Well, you do know, just from the geography of the land and stuff. I'm not gonna make you roll anything for this because this would probably be common knowledge in this area, even if you've just kind of traveled through here. The swamp is not super deep. Probably there is some areas of thick mud and stuff that could potentially suck you down, but especially for the taller individuals of the party, most of the swamp is only waist deep, chest deep at max.
We're not gonna lose an X-wing.
No, not gonna
Okay.
need a little green guy to pull a spaceship out of it.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we're probably okay. And Rana's a terrible swimmer anyway. So if we need to have someone sit out of the water breathing, it can be Rana.
Yeah.
Because her strength modifier is 0.
Althea looks at her, looks at Rana, and then looks at herself and says, "Yeah, swimming in armor, not a good idea.
I mean, you can take the armor off.
And then I'll be just as squishy as you."
But still
Ooh, damn.
stronger. Oh, I'm
Ethan,
squishy.
Ethan will hand his potion over to Rana and be like, "Here, I should be okay. Hopefully things don't go poorly, but I should be okay."
That's true.
Oh, if you're sure.
Yeah, go for it. It's fine.
Okay. Okay.
Well,
All right.
all right. Let's
Let
embark
go.
on this.
All right, you guys start embarking out of town, I guess. Just going on foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna take a horse to a swamp. That sounds terrible.
That's That's fair. I watched the Never-Ending Story. That doesn't go well. Um,
Hmm. Hang on. Is there anybody in town who's got a swamp skimmer and is willing to boat us out there?
um, kind of as you walk to the south end of town, you do see that the swamp isn't like directly on the border of the town, and Bertolt does mention that Joshi, did I call him Joshi?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Joshi's place is out probably a day or two's walk away from the town. So,
Why do I get the feeling that we're going out looking for Florida Man?
hey
That's
man, no spoilers.
amazing. Uh,
Sorry, bro.
okay,
That's the
so
vibe I'm getting here.
so should we try to find a skimmer, like Althea said?
Sure.
from from the south end of town, it's still you can see where it starts to look a bit swampy, like out on the horizon, but there wouldn't really be anywhere close that would require a skimmer. So you could try and find one maybe on your way. So there's nobody in town that would have one.
Okay, so let's go.
So we'll try and find one on our way because that's
I'm gonna cast Holy Jeebus and just walk on water.
wow.
Hey, you might be able to do that. I don't know.
Hey, it's a thing.
Water walk is
Oh.
a spell, but I don't think it's on the cleric list.
Holy Jeebus.
That's a shame. That seems exactly where it should be. But
It's on the
you
ranger
guys,
druid list.
oh, that makes sense, I guess. You guys strike out towards towards the swamp.
All right. Keeping an eye out for the local flora and fauna.
Ethan will
Yeah,
just be walking across the water.
Oh, sure.
Oh yeah, monk.
Oh, it is on the
See?
cleric list.
Yeah, see? Holy
Yeah.
Jeebus.
And it's a ritual spell.
Ooh.
But it only lasts an hour.
Yeah, to as you guys start walking out of town, to reiterate kind of the scenery, this place is looking very as you start to walk out from the town, at least this place is looking very kind of Endor, Redwoods, California sort of area, like just
Oh.
absolutely massive trees that stretch up towards the sky.
Cool.
But as you walk, probably it's so you had breakfast probably about the equivalent of like 10 a.m. ish. And as you're walking out, you get to about like 4 in the afternoon, and you see the giant trees are starting to kind of peter out, as they would say. You're getting to more like that just seems like a forest kind of area. You see more variations of like aspen and birch and uh who has the highest passive perception here?
That'd most likely be Rana.
I'm checking. It's 17.
18.
Yeah. Oh my.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. As you're walking, Rana and Ethan also see like, deer and birds and stuff that are like kind of hiding in the brush and all that. Uh, as you're walking out, you get through the kind of normal foresty area, and it's about uh probably around 7 p.m. ish. You guys have also taken breaks as well during this. I'm not saying that your characters just like walked for like 10 hours, basically. Just kind of leisurely hiking through here. There was no like urgency really on the noise complaints, so you can take your time. Uh, it gets to about 7 p.m. ish, and the trees sort of completely peter out, and you're standing sort of on this kind of flat, fieldy land that seems a little bit Englandish, where there's just kind of like rolling fields all around
Oh.
you.
Where's the swamp?
It's still ahead of you. You can see there are some
Oh.
thicker brush ahead of you still.
Okay.
Yeah, but for right now, you're in like a little bit of a clearing in between the trees, basically, that stretches on for, probably a couple miles.
Okay.
Uh, somebody so kind as to roll a d20 for me.
Dibs. Oh, well, I don't know.
Your dibs are
Ooh.
revoked.
I won't roll the next one.
Ambrose, as the patron of dibs, revokes dibs from Rana.
Oh
No, I'm kidding. As you are walking along, you do notice on the side of the road there is a overturned wagon.
no! Oh no! Are there
Investigate,
people?
see if
Can we
there's
hear anything?
yeah,
Uh,
people, horses,
you don't
anything.
hear anything. You do see, probably Rana or Athan with that passive perception and with Rana's trackery ranger stuff. You do see that there are hoof prints on the road that seem relatively fresh next to the cart tracks that probably go with this wagon. But there are no horses to be found, as you can see it right now. The party is standing about probably 50 feet away from the cart at this point,
Okay.
and the cart is just like tipped over onto its side.
Can you tell how many horses from those hoof prints?
Or how long
No,
ago?
don't even really. Don't. Oh, how long ago? Probably. Make an investigation roll if you want to see how long ago specifically.
What about survival? Can I
Um.
make a bid for survival? Because I think that's
Survival
tracking.
would be tracking, yeah.
Well, it would be
Okay.
so
Yeah, go
survival
for
would be
survival.
like kneeling down and looking at tracks and because it's out in nature and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Doing some Bear Grylls
Kind
stuff.
of.
Yeah,
Yeah, go
literally being
for.
Aragorn the Ranger.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
also that guy.
So is survival cool?
Go for survival.
Cool. Oh God. How? I
The
have a
heck, ma'am?
7. That means I rolled a 2. Oh
Did
God.
roll a
Rana
2.
is having and there must have been something in that tea. That tea.
I will say.
That was not white tea. It was weird crayfish tea. He gave them tea. Oh.
Wrong, no, because your investigation was before you had the tea. You
I
had a
will
weird
say,
dream last night, didn't you?
even with a roll like that, Rana can still tell that these tracks are probably from the same day. Probably earlier, like before 1 p.m.
Okay. And as we're looking
Uh,
around, nothing moves or because Rana's ready for something to jump out at them.
Nope, there's just fields of like knee-high grass all around you, and then the cart.
Okay.
Cart is also a pretty big cart. Just from looking at it, to answer how many horses, you can see from the kind of hitches that are on the front of it, there probably would have been 2 horses with it that are now completely empty.
Okay.
And do the number of hoof prints look like it was probably just 2 horses or more?
You'd probably. Well, because you can also tell that this is a pretty well-traveled road, so it's a little hard to
Yeah.
determine exactly what hoof prints are whose
Mhm.
from it. Especially since there does seem to be a bit of a mix-up with the hooves. It seems like there was a little bit of a scuffle here. The cart was
Mm.
tipped over.
All right. Well, Rana will go around the cart to see if, like, just to, you know, keeping her
Althea's going to go
distance.
the other direction.
Yeah, she's gonna keep her distance, like not
He's
stay
gonna
in
look
melee
for
Flanking on
range.
approach.
Johnny's looking for tracks leading away from the cart. While they're circling the cart, looking at doing the Sherlock Holmes thing, I'm looking for tracks leading away from it. drag marks, those types of things.
As you start to walk around the cart, Rana, where is it? Yeah, you walk about 20-ish feet closer to it, kind of keeping your distance in a semicircle, kind of
Mm-hmm.
uh kind of distance from the cart. However, as you kind of come around opposite side of the cart, you see everybody hears a
A whistle?
just hear some you heard somebody whistle. Well, it probably doesn't come over well over the mic, but it was like a doo doo doo
Uh-huh.
whistle.
Yeah. It's a trap.
Yeah, Rana will unsling her bow and knock an arrow. But she's not going to shoot
Althea's-
anybody yet.
Yeah, Althea's got halberd in one hand and javelin in the other.
Okay.
Okay, so Rana
mean-
will actually, after hearing that, Rana will like try to more quietly, stealthily come around the rest of the wagon. So she'll stop when she hears the whistle, and then when she
Mhm.
continues moving around, she'll try to move more stealthily so that maybe she can catch someone somewhat by surprise. Does
Okay.
that make sense?
Yeah. As you walk around, a man steps out from behind the cart, and you can tell the whistling sound is coming from him as he whistles again. And most curiously, he is dressed like this. Check the general chat in the Discord.
The Discord.
That's freakish.
Oh, what? What is that?
He's a beekeeper.
Wait, does he have that weird thing in his face? Like, does he look like a normal person? Or wait, hold on.
You can see he's also wearing gloves, so you can't see any skin on this guy. He's got thick leather gloves, this very thick padded white kind of apron or smock peering over him, and very thick pants that end in some nice heavy boots. And he does have a hood pulled up and cinched tight around. Seems to almost kind of be the bottom of a wicker basket, where it's all of those kind of twigs and branches kind of interwoven together in a circular pattern.
Okay.
You happened upon a beekeeper.
History check. Do I know what this is?
Uh, as you're kind of new to this area, you haven't, you've heard kind of the lay of the land, but you haven't heard a ton about any residents or ever. However, with that history check, you do recall, as you were kind of getting into town, the first night you spent while Rana and Athan and Tonist were off doing the cult stuff, uh, Althea and Johnny stayed at a local inn, and at the inn, you do recall a drunkard mentioning something about a man dressed in white that should be avoided at all costs.
Mm-hmm.
And that is starting to ring some bells.
Mm-hmm.
So the man steps out from behind the cart and he walks up to the middle of the road and turns 90 degrees to face the party.
Hello?
Gwen, we need to give this guy a wide berth.
Oh, I'm not getting any closer.
No. I mean, we need to straight up avoid him. Even if that means leaving the road. We need to go.
Oh, hi there, adventurers. As he talks, you hear a clicking noise come from him. It's as he speaks, it seems very odd, kind of off. You can hear a bit of an accent on his voice, but it sounds unnatural in a way. Like real life example, it's like hearing like a text to speech program almost, where just some of the syllables are off a little bit.
You mean he's
Mhm.
speaking like a human language, but almost sounds like his mouth doesn't quite make the same. Am I making sense? Like it doesn't
Yeah,
have like a
yeah.
human shaped mouth.
Yeah, he's making human noises, but you're not 100% sure what the noises are coming out of at this point.
All right. Well, I don't like the clicking. The don't like the clicking. Yeah. Huh.
Howdy there. Fine day
Effects
we're
of mantis people.
having, isn't it?
I mean, it's fine. Rano's gonna back up to like, yeah, I don't know, 35 feet, maybe
Okay.
40 away from him.
He does appear to be addressing you, but he has not moved. He's still staring just directly forward.
At us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Rana and Althea are
You,
off the road to the sides because we went opposite directions. So we've got this guy. We're what? I'm about 50 feet away from him. To the call it to the west. Sorry, no, because we're heading south, aren't we? So I'm about 50 feet to the east. Rana is about 75 feet to the west, and the rest of the party is about 50 feet north. Correct?
Johnny's a little further away because remember I went looking for tracks of people being dragged off.
Right.
yeah, about that.
Okay.
What are you adventurers looking for on this fine day?
Uh, not any trouble. Like, you can move along,
Oh,
or we'll
no
move
trouble
along.
at all. I will say that I was hired to protect this road from any trespassers.
Trespassers? Well, we're not. Wait, what? This is a public road.
Hired by whom?
Unfortunately, my financial benefactor disagrees.
I'm loving the Fallen vibes, by the way, or the Elixni.
Thank you.
Uh, um,
Who were you hired by?
Just
La.
a couple of wizards who live down the road. They would prefer to be undisturbed.
Well, we're not going that way.
Seems like you were. Takes a step forward.
Rana also takes a step back. No, we're going to the swamp.
They're in the swamp.
Oh. Well, I have a question for you then. I don't suppose your wizard friends are making any noise.
Oh, they've got lots of experiments going. I assume it probably makes a racket.
I hate this. I hate this so much. Okay. Um,
How did Joshy get past you to post his notice?
There are lots of folks on this road. He is the main reason I was hired. I make sure that no one gets in. He looks at the cart. No one gets out.
Oh, good. So did you kill the people who were on the cart?
Perhaps.
Now that's a yes or no question.
Mm, you see a lot of black and white these days. Nobody pays attention to the ones in between. Takes another step forward.
Want to
And
use my religion to see if I can. Is this some sort of a conjured demon or some such?
Uh,
Rana takes another step back.
even without making a roll, I'm pretty confident in saying that you can pretty much tell that this guy doesn't have any like demonic energy around him. You don't get any demon vibes. He's like nothing you've seen before.
Is it an aberration? That actually matters for Rana mechanically if it comes to a fight.
But as far as Ron can tell, he's not exhibiting any like aberrant behaviors.
Well, you might be surprised. There's like
No,
anyway,
no,
no,
no.
you're probably right. Okay. Um okay.
I would suggest turning around,
well,
but there are powerful figures in this land that would pay a mighty price for the head of a bell keeper. His head points at Rana.
I'm going to cast banishment on it. When he says that, I'm going to cast banishment.
don't you have to
What
touch it?
does
Nope.
Oh, I thought you had
banishment
to
do?
touch it.
60 feet. Range,
Oh,
60
cool.
feet. One creature
Nice.
that you can see. Let's see, concentration up to 1 minute. You attempt to send one creature that you can see within range to another plane of existence. The target must succeed on a charisma saving throw or be banished. If the target is native to the plane of existence you're on, you banish the target to a harmless demi-plane. While there, the target is incapacitated. The target remains there until the spell ends, at which point the target reappears in a space it left or the nearest unoccupied space if that space is occupied. Let's see.
So it needs to make a charisma saving throw.
Yeah, if the target is native to a different plane of existence than the one you're on, the target is banished with a faint popping noise, returning to its home plane. If the spell ends before 1 minute has passed, the target reappears in the space it left or in the nearest unoccupied space if that space is occupied. Otherwise, the target doesn't return. So basically what this does, yeah,
Huh.
I can banish, I can potentially banish it for up to a minute. And that'll just give us some breathing room to figure something out.
Okay.
A minute's a long time.
Oh boy.
Good.
Johnny raises his hand, and I don't know if you want any special magical effects or anything to happen with this spell.
Disco ball, basically.
Oh yeah. So
Does it make
an array of bright, beautiful lights come from Johnny's hand, and the man, his head turns back towards Johnny, and you hear a, and he's gone. You guys have
That's not,
60 seconds.
it's like that's not going to last very long.
Yeah, we probably should go
Yeah, let's leave.
Are we going forward or are we going backward?
forward.
All right, let's book it. and dashing for 10 rounds.
All right. How far could that get you guys in 60 seconds?
60 feet per round, so 600 feet.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It,
And
something
that's
to
if
keep in
they're all
mind.
staying together. Because I
Hold
think
on, guys. Hold on a second. It left with a faint popping noise, which means it returned to its home plane. If I keep this concentration going up for a minute, it doesn't come back.
Oh, the popping noise was for if it's not of this plane?
Right.
Okay, yeah, then there was no popping noise. The thing is native to this plane.
Okay. So yeah,
I just
that's
like
very
the idea
telling.
of a spell making a popping noise.
Okay. So it goes shoomp. It's a popping noise versus a shoomping noise.
Okay, so he went shoop.
Okay. So yeah, it's like that'll last about a minute. Let's go.
All right, you guys dash and get about 600 feet away, and
Oh, and so we should probably obscure our tracks and by setting the field on fire. Yeah.
well, no, Rana can cast Pass Without Trace.
Okay. Let's do
all
that.
right. I will
Then
say
we're only
this
going to get about
is
500 feet because.
Right, that's an.
Go ahead.
Well, no,
This-
Rana can catch up.
Oh.
She can dash as a bonus action.
Okay. Oh, must be nice.
That's brand new.
this is
Yeah.
also you guys get about 500 feet away. You're still in kind of the open field area.
Yeah.
All right, so do that. You dash about 100 feet away. Rana obscures your tracks behind you, and then you see him. Actually, does anybody look behind? See what happens with him? Or is everybody just booking it?
I'm just booking it. She'll also pop her hood for her cloak of elvenkind,
Hmm.
which means it's going to be harder for it to spot her specifically.
Johnny has to maintain some semblance of concentration, so he will be checking backwards on a regular basis while he's moving.
Okay. So there is a shoop behind you, and Johnny looks around behind, and you see the man appear exactly where he was, still standing in his kind of neutral pose. And
Oops, that's the
as you
wrong
look at
spell.
him,
Go
you
ahead.
all get to about 600 feet away, and Johnny turns around, and you, due to the high contrast between the wicker and the hood, you can see that as you get away, his head turns around 180 degrees,
Ooh.
and then he falls completely limp onto the road, then seems to skitter into the grass near you guys, or into
Oh.
the grass just off the road.
Ew. I'm gonna like skitter like a bug.
Kind of. It seemed almost like he was just kind of it looked very odd. It looked like he was moving without really needing to touch the ground. It looks like somebody just put a vacuum next to him and shoop him into the grass.
I will describe that as we're moving. It's like this is creepy. Let's find a different way back.
Yeah. Probably smart.
Yeah.
Do you guys stop running?
No.
All right.
Yeah, we'll probably keep running for a while.
Run until we get to the point where we need to start making con checks. Then we'll stop before we get to exhaustion.
Kinda,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, you guys keep sprinting basically until you can see that the sky is starting to turn orange from sunset. And as that happens, the road underneath you is starting to get a little bit muddier. It's not like rough terrain or anything, but it's just getting a little bit more muck. And
Okay.
you guys are sort of on the edge of the swamp.
Okay.
We have attained the swamp. Everyone look out for the big green ogre and the donkey.
Honey, please, spoilers.
Sorry, buddy. I'm sorry, man. It's not
So,
my fault.
so
Just
you guys
just
are
so
at
you
the edge of
know,
the swamp.
Guff, pass without trace means we can't be tracked except by magical means. So that thing can't follow our like footsteps or whatever. Like obviously it saw which direction we ran in, but
Okay.
if it needs to do any sort of tracking to follow us, and at least into the swamp, we can't be tracked unless it has like magical means to do that.
Okay.
And that lasts for an
S-
hour, so I don't know how whenever you
you
want to make that call.
guys at this point have been running. It was about like I think I said it was about like
You said 7 o'clock.
7-ish, yeah, when he showed up. And now that it's starting to get to sunset, you guys have been running for probably about 2.5 hours ish.
We can run for
Yeah.
2.5 hours?
I don't know.
What's your
I took
contract?
breaks
What's your
in
con?
between.
What is my con? Wouldn't that be strength?
You're not
though?
wearing armor.
My
You
con
probably
is
could.
my con is not very good.
Well, you guys took like little breaks in between and kind of just looked around and then like kept running. You
Sure. Okay.
Every time Brana falls over dead from exhaustion, Johnny will cast Revivify. Get up, walk it off.
Okay. um.
Wow.
Okay. Cool. So we're at the swamp, and Pass Without Trace is not going anymore. Then.
Yep. So you guys are standing at the edge of the swamp and the sun is setting. What do you want to do?
We probably should make camp actually
Yeah, I
before
was
we
gonna
get into the swamp.
look for a defensible position. Is there any type of high ground or any like rocky outcropping? Anything that isn't swamp?
Or you know,
You
go ahead.
yeah, you do see the path continues further into the swamp. This not necessarily paved, but you can just tell that this is still a well-traveled route. And just off to like 30 feet off of the path to your guys's right, looking into the swamp, there seems to be a cabin of some kind.
The cabin in the woods.
Cabin in the swamp. Still not good. Are there any lights on inside this cabin? Any
Nope.
smoke coming from the
And
chimney?
nope. No smoke, no lights. As you kind of look in, or as you kind of examine the cabin closely as well, you can see that the door is kind of the door looks very rotted, like there are holes in it. It looks like termites have really gone through it. A lot of the windows are broken. There's missing pieces of the roof. It looks your adventuring senses are telling you that this place has probably been abandoned for quite a while.
Trying to figure out how can we tell if it's haunted? But I have no idea how to do that.
Yeah, make a ghost check.
Don't have
Alright,
that.
you're a paladin. You should have detect good and evil, detect magic.
That's true. I do.
Detect ghost.
Well, I have divine sense. I mean, that's
It's
a thing.
Engage spoopy vision.
Poopy vision.
And yeah, Rana,
Well,
you
that's
didn't.
just identifying the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet.
And yeah, Hawk, you didn't miss much. They just the edge of the swamp. You can see about 30 feet into the swamp, kind of off the path. There is a very rotted, abandoned-looking cabin.
Ooh.
We're trying to figure out if Althea's wondering if it's haunted. No idea.
Well, it's some sort of shelter though.
As
Yes.
as you kind of look around, unless you guys want to keep going on the main path, it seems like this is the only like resemblance of civilization aside from the path for quite a while.
Is
Okay.
there at least a stone hearth that we can build a fire on?
You can see that the cabin does have a chimney that, compared to the rest of the house, seems in relatively good repair.
Okay.
Okay. Because stones don't rot like wood.
That
Johnny
is true.
Johnny sees the chimney and says, "I can work with this."
Okay. Guess this is the place.
We'll circle. Well, Rana will circle, and then like I guess make sure that nothing else is in the cabin.
Or in the
Uh,
trees.
If you'd like to make perception checks, it's fine.
Oh, sure.
Why make sense? Why start now?
Yay, a good roll.
Who is that from?
Me?
Oh, your little name didn't.
That's because
Oh, I guess
I
because the
popped
thing's
up
above
the
it. Okay.
spell. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's still okay. Um.
I've gotten whatever rolling disease Rana has. Ew. I got dice cooties.
Yeah, that's good, honestly. With Rana's 23 in perception, you kind of listen around and look around the swamp and kind of do a lap around the cabin, and there it you don't sense anything of like immediate danger so far. There is you can hear like animals distant off in the swamp, like frogs croaking and that sort of thing. But as far as around the cabin, from the exterior, it just seems like an old house.
Okay, but there's no like candles on inside. Is there a window
Nope.
we could maybe look through? The chimney's not
Oh
smoking.
yeah.
The
The chimney is
crystal
not
ball of the
smoking
head
and
inside,
is
not
very
even near
cold.
that.
Uh, damn it. Uh,
Sorry, man.
there is there are most of the windows on the cabin are broken.
Okay,
So you could peek inside if you'd like to.
I will.
You look
Stealthily.
inside and you have like yeah, half elf, you got night vision. You can see that inside there's no candles lit or anything. It 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 looks just as abandoned as on the outside. There's kind of like a couple tables and a chair and a small like straw bed in the corner with a small stove in the opposite corner, and but it's not like a Chernobyl thing where it seems like somebody just left this place. This place looks like nobody's been in it for a long time. There's like
Okay.
stuff just kind of scattered around. There's like, around the area, there's little like nibble and claw marks, probably from like rodents and other animals. Seems pretty well abandoned.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Rana will go
Did
ahead.
you say that? Oh, sorry. Did you say whether or not it has a basement? I can remember that part.
No, as far as you can see from just looking inside the window, it looks like this is literally just a one-room house.
Okay.
So no doors outside to a root cellar.
No.
I swallow your soul.
We're not in Kansas. Water table would probably fill the root cellar anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, so Rana will like cautiously open the door.
You open the door. Make a dexterity check.
Oh no.
Hey,
You
you're the
didn't check
best
for
one to
traps.
do a dex check.
I don't know if that's true. That might be Ethan. My dex is actually pretty good. Wait, a save or a check?
It's a check.
Okay.
So yeah, you creak the wooden door open. As you open it, however, its hinges like rot out of the wood and it falls over. But before it can clatter to the ground and make a big old noise, you manage to catch it.
Is
And
it?
now it's a strength check.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say
the
is
little
it?
5 foot
No,
tall half elf holding a door.
the door is like maybe an inch thick at the thickest parts. It's mainly like 5 pieces of wood just kind of tied together at this point.
It's more of an afterthought than an actual door. It's
Riddled
Yeah.
with termite holes.
This whole place is looking very ramshackle.
Nice
Just-
word, ramshackle.
Thank you.
So Rana's now holding a door. She looks at Johnny and says, help? Because I can
Johnny,
do just about that. I can hold it.
Johnny will walk over, wrap an arm around her to steady her, grab the door, lift it up. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And he puts her down.
Wow.
Okay.
And now y'all can walk inside.
Okay.
Walk inside. I'm gonna take a look at the door, or what passes for the door here.
Yeah.
And is there any way to reattach it to whatever framework there was? Even if I have to reverse the door so it opens from the other side, I just want closing the portal, basically.
Yeah, yeah. You do look kind of around the door, and you don't even need to roll for this with your like, craftsman expertise. All of the wood on the side of the door that it was previously attached to looks very rotted. Like if you tried to drive a nail into it, it would just split the wood in half and not stick, kind of stuff.
Yeah,
The wood on the other side does look a little bit sturdier though, so you could like reverse attach the door
that's what
potentially.
that's what I'll do. I said, and Johnny will explain what he's going to do to the rest of the team. Because I'm gonna rehang this door. It's gonna open from the other side, but the upshot is we will have a functional door.
Cool. Sounds good. Rana will help find, hopefully find hopefully dry wood, for the fire.
Yeah,
That's where Althea was headed to.
the
Don't even need it.
place is pretty rotted and does have some holes in the ceiling. There are like some shingles missing and stuff, but next to the fireplace there is a good like probably 4 or 5 logs stacked up that have remained relatively dry for the most part.
Oh, cool.
It's not going to last through the night, but okay.
Yeah, it's still better than nothing.
Yeah, you guys you strike up a fire.
About that, Johnny reaches into his bag, pulls out a couple of iron ingots, puts them into the hearth where the fire is supposed to go, and just casts heat metal. It's going to stay toasty warm all night long, without any smoke, without any telltales.
Okay. So we don't even bother with wood.
Yeah, and that's what Johnny says. He says, "Don't even worry about it. I got this."
Very clever.
Thank you.
Yeah, as you kind of toss wood into, or as you toss metal into the fireplace, you do see like several like insects and stuff that had nestled in at the bottom of the fireplace, like kind of skitter up the chimney. And Ethan, with your passive perception, uh, as one of the bugs, this big black beetle, as it's skittering up the side, you see it kind of stop and seem to look at you, then continue skittering up the chimney.
So that beetle's acting kind of unnaturally.
You're not coming through. Well, I can't hear you anyway.
I
can't
heard
hear
you
you.
through Hawks, Mike.
Ethan announces to the party that beetle is behaving unnaturally.
Oh, grab it and let's interrogate it.
Well,
Can you grab it, Ethan?
as Rowan says that, actually, make that'd be a dexterity check probably to try and grab the beetle before it can skitter up the thing.
Sure.
I mean, if you,
Yeah.
I don't know if Ethan would try to grab it.
But that's not supposed to be a save,
yeah.
so subtract 4 from that.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, that's
still
good.
19.
So as Johnny is kind of starting to heat the metal, you see Ethan in a flash. He zooms over and he snatches the beetle and is now just kind of holding it pinched between his thumb and forefinger.
Oh, what you got there, Ethan?
This thing's acting a little unnaturally. It like looked at us in ways that bugs don't actually normally behave.
Huh.
Okay.
Do we
Yeah.
have something we can put it into?
We got a bag
Yeah.
of holding.
I have a mason jar.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Throw it in the jar.
Gonna
Do you
punch a
poke
hole.
holes in the top?
I was about to say, gonna punch a hole in the top, or you know,
I
the
think
stuff
it
like
already had holes punched in the top because it's what was holding the angel.
Oh yeah.
Carried an angel in a mason jar?
It was
did.
tiny.
Yeah.
It was tiny when he lost his angel's grace or
Long,
whatever.
long explanation. Watch the previous episode to find out more.
Okay.
Rana will tell the party like over the night, campfire stories.
Right.
Yeah. And Johnny like I said, he's got like 4 iron ingots in there, and he is superheating them, so they're turning this nice cherry red.
Wait, I have a
Uh,
quick question.
Ooh.
Isn't heat metal only a minute?
Yeah, but that's to get
Once
it
the
hot.
metal's hot?
It stays that way until
So
it
once it's
cools
hot,
off.
you could.
I can just keep doing this all night long. Because remember, you got to let the ambient heat bleed off, and it will take time once you superheat metal for that ambient heat to bleed off completely.
Okay.
It's true.
Thermodynamics, baby, gotta love it.
Yeah.
And the laws of equivalent exchange. I sacrificed Nathan.
Oh no, don't do that.
Wow.
That's
Don't
not
do that.
human. It's not human transmutation. No sacrifice is necessary.
Okay. Nathan, you're fine.
Ow.
Okay, so we put the beetle in the jar. Now, my trepidation with this thing is, or it being in a glass jar, is it can still watch us. And if it is communicating with those wizards, it can still inform them. But at
solution
the
for
same
that.
time, we can't we also can't observe it if we put it away.
Got a solution for that.
Okay.
Dig a small hole in the muddy ground.
Okay.
Put the jar in the ground, and then observe it through the holes in the lid. We have severely limited its field of vision, while we can still observe and communicate with it.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, she'll do
If you
that.
really need to dig a hole for that, you could. All right. Yeah, you probably step like just outside to where the just like on the little porch that's on the outside of this cabin, and right off
Oh,
of
is
it is
it?
some nice muddy ground.
Oh, it's not wood. It's not dirt inside. It's wood.
Oh yeah, it's wood
Oh, okay.
inside.
Wood floor? Okay.
You could also like just
Wrap
put
it
it
in a
in a
blanket.
bag or something. Yeah.
The only bags we really have are bags of holding.
We could put it in the bag of hold me.
Right.
Ethan's not paying attention.
I am.
Give your bag some lovin'.
Do you guys genuinely want it in this bag?
No. Is there any like burlap around though that we can like wrap around the jar?
Straw
There's like
mattress.
I mentioned there was
Oh!
that straw bed. That's
Yeah,
got
we'll
kind
stick
of
it in the straw bed. That's perfect.
yeah.
Just
And
don't
the bed
fall
also
asleep.
has it's got a bit of like a raggedy kind of blanket over the top of it that you could also use.
Great. We'll do
Yeah,
that.
but Johnny leans over to Rana and says, "The other portion about burying it alive is the psychological trauma of being buried alive."
Holy shit.
It's
Yeah,
an
Rana looks at
insect.
Johnny being like, okay. So slightly horrified.
It's an insect. It's used to burrowing into the earth.
You're not.
It's true.
Well,
If it's actually an insect.
if it's actually an insect.
I will say as well, if you guys are like holding it in the jar this whole time, it is as far
Freaking
as you
out?
can tell right now, it's just acting like a beetle. Like it kind of climbed up the side, it kind of bit its pincers at the inside of the jar where the holes are, but now it's kind of realized that there's not a way out, and it's just kind of sitting at the bottom of the jar. It's kind of every now and then fluttering its wings a little bit and just doing beetle stuff.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm gonna try something. Look at this thing, and use command speak.
Okay. What does command do?
It,
Go ahead.
If the beetle can speak, it has to speak, I think.
It's a wisdom save. Wisdom save. And if it fails its wisdom save, it has got to follow my instruction if it is at all possible to do.
Believe it or not, beetle not super wise. It kind of clacks its pinchers together,
Mhm.
but it's a beetle. It doesn't have vocal cords, so
That's all I wanted to know.
yeah.
All right.
It's not a polymorphed anything, basically. Because if it was a polymorphed anything, it would have to make it so that it could speak in the language I could understand.
Oh yeah,
So
it's
we're good.
it's just a beetle.
Yeah, I don't mind burning spells because I'm assuming we're either going to get a rest out of this or I've got enough of these low level spells to last a little while.
I think,
Nice
yeah, I
assumption
think
there,
we're,
buddy.
I think we're good
um,
for a long rest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am keeping
Yeah.
track of my spell usage, just so you know.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man.
As as you do the command thing, and it seems to like kind of work with the beetle, which is just kind of chittering at you. The sun has now gone down as well outside.
All right.
Althea steps out of the door to take first watch.
Johnny's going to go ahead and it looks at Althea and says, she looks at everybody. I think the best way to do this would be in 2-hour increments so that no one's too tired all night. I will take the last watch, which means I will be up for the longest in the morning. I'm okay with that. Who is
Right.
willing to relieve Althea?
Rana can.
Okay, and then Ethan, will you please relieve Rana?
Sure,
Thank you. And then please wake me up when it's my turn, okay?
of course.
All right, and with that, Johnny just takes off. Actually, he has a feat where he can sleep in his armor, so he just lays back, racks out.
So y'all, Althea takes the first watch, and Rana, Ethan, and Johnny all get to sleeping. The night passes pretty uneventfully. Ethan, when it gets to your watch, can you give me a? You guys have been running. I'll be kind of tired, so can I get a Constitution save to stay awake?
Uh, Actually, Ethan is running way less than everyone else. While everyone is like double moving to move 60 feet, he single moves at 55. So he's leisurely strolling while everyone else is running.
Oh,
Wow.
Jerk. Love it. Love it. Seriously,
well,
though.
you still leisurely strolled for like 10 hours today, so
Okay,
I'll
okay. I'm
give
fine
you
with making
advantage
the
on
save.
it, though,
Yeah,
because that's a
I
good
just
point.
wanted to verify with it. All right.
Yeah.
Constitution. Hey.
Okay, yeah. You stay awake through your shift, and as you're kind of sitting out there, um, you hear the sound of what's it's kind of quiet. I'm not going to make you roll anything for it because your passive perception is very good, but you hear what sounds like wood being pulled apart from wood coming from somewhere behind you, like on the other side of the cabin.
Deeper into the swamp.
Is it like directly on the other side of the cabin, or is it coming from a distance outside?
It's quiet, but it sounds very close.
Okay. Ethan will reach over and like shake Rana awake. Hold his finger to his lips.
Aren't you outside?
Yeah, as far as I understood it, Ethan was outside
So does he go
with the door
inside?
closed.
Yeah. Okay, then yeah, he'll head inside real quick.
As you head inside, do you have dark vision?
No.
Okay. Uh, as you head inside, you look over and the window that is diagonal from you, like over in the opposite corner, you see like a dark shadow in front of the window that all of a sudden seems to make contact visually with you, and then it darts away from the window.
Okay. Still waking up Rana.
Okay.
All right.
What's
Alright.
up?
I heard something trying to pry apart some wood, and there was a shape trying to possibly get in the window, and it just scampered off.
Now that Ron is awake, do you point out which window it was?
Yes.
Rana, with your elf or half elf dark vision, you look over at the window and see that
Racist.
it seems like something was trying to pull the window out of the wall.
Ah. Okay, she'll
Like
relay that
the bottom
information.
the
All right.
bottom part of it is like peeled up kind of away. There's no glass in the
Ooh.
window, which makes sense why it was so quiet, but it's like almost like opening a tuna can. They grabbed the bottom half of the window and just pulled upward.
Okay. It looks like it was trying to pull the window. So it looks like it was trying to pull the window frame out of the building. Yes? Guff? Hello?
Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I can.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So yeah, she'll say that. It looks like someone is trying to, whatever it was trying to pull the window frame out of the window. Rana is going to pop her hood, so that it's harder to see her, and then sneak up to the window and take a look out
Okay.
and try to spot the thing.
You go up to the window, make a perception check.
Perception.
You you look out into the woods and you don't see anything out of the ordinary. You still see like the branches on the trees rustling, and the trees are swaying. There's like a little bit of a breeze, so the water is rippling. However, what is Ethan doing as she's at the window?
Uh, just sort of crouching in the middle of the room, keeping an eye on the door.
As Rana goes over to that window, the window on the other side of the cabin, that would be on the same side of the house as the door, you start to hear that same creaking, crackling noise, this time with the sound of glass kind of crunching.
Can Rana hear that?
Mhm.
Okay, Rana will look.
You turn around and you see a white gloved hand slowly peeling back the wood of the window. It seems almost like it feels your gaze on it, and the hand slips away and out of sight from the window.
Ugh, I don't know what is going on, but it is scaring me.
Whatever you do,
What was-
don't wake up the cleric and the paladin.
Seriously.
What?
What was it?
I don't know. I just saw.
It was-
But I only saw a white hand.
White gloved hand. You
White
could tell that there
gloved
was.
hand.
Mhm.
The wicker basket thing. What color were its gloves?
White.
Ah, it found us. Okay, Rana will wake up the
Eric and the paladin.
other two. Well, I don't want to wake you up if we don't have to. You already took your watch. You need your rest.
Wake up the heavies. That's
So
what we're here
yeah,
for.
she'll wake up quietly, wake up Althea and Johnny, and tell them that it seems the creature found us, and then she'll grab her weapons.
You go over and you wake up Althea, and as you're like kind of shaking awake Johnny, uh, all three of you that are awake can hear sounds like tapping or knocking
Oh my
that
gosh.
seems to go up the side of the cabin, and some dust is shaken loose from the roof.
I hate this so much.
Are you afraid of haunted houses?
Oh, I'm so not good with horror. I'm so not good with horror. I don't play horror video games, and this is why. It's so easy to get me to scare.
I know what to do when I run a campaign for y'all.
God.
Ethan's
trying to
gonna
get her to
start
not
lighting the
play?
torch.
Ethan's gonna light a torch.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably smart.
Remember, there is still the dull glow of the heated metal in the fireplace too. It's not throwing a lot of light, but it's throwing like a dull red, which is going to add to the creep factor for Rana.
So yeah, Rana will continue waking up Johnny, fill him in, and then run and grab her weapons.
Yep. You all have your weapons and you're all awake. What do you do?
So-
I'm mostly just waiting.
So I'm now awake and up to speed.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the thing from the road. We're pretty sure.
Okay.
And it's been
Okay.
trying to pull the window frames out of the wall from the outside.
I'm wondering why I just didn't try to come through the door.
I don't know.
Well,
As
think about it. He goes, this is classic psychological warfare.
Ethan was
It's-
guarding the door.
as
At
you
first.
hear or as you discuss with each other, you hear some more knocking come from the ceiling, and all of you hear bell holder. Then the roof
Okay.
collapses.
Zero in on that sound and guiding bolt.
For goodness sake, we just set the roof on fire.
Before
just
you can
collapsed.
fire off the guiding bolt, the roof has now collapsed. Everybody make a athletics dodge
Dex?
out of the way.
Dex?
Wait, Dex.
That's
Yeah.
a Dex save, usually.
All right. Dex save.
Hang on, one thing. Everybody within. Damn it. Everybody within 10 feet of me gets a +3 bonus to that save.
Ooh. That's everybody. This house, or the cabin, I should also mention, is probably only like 20 feet by 15 feet. It's not a big building. And, okay. So,
I didn't
Rana
add
and
my
Ethan.
+3.
I'm in full plate. I'm not worried.
Yeah, Rana, Ethan, and Althea, you all, managed to duck out of the way as this just big heap of rotting splinters and shingles falls on top of you. Johnny, one of the shingles falls down and conks you in the head, doing 2 damage.
It bounces off my helmet, but yeah, I get where you're going with that.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
kind of rings
Yeah,
your helmet like a bell.
It rings my bell. Yeah.
And you have to kind of avert your eyes for a second because there's this big cloud of just dust and mold that's kicked up from the sudden collapse. But you all look in, and standing at the center of all 4 of you is the Wicker Man. And he is currently looking at Rana.
Is he? There is no metal on him anywhere.
No, it's all cloth and basket, looks like. And yes, everybody get an initiative.
Yeah, I put my initiative in, but I don't have a token on the map, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Guff
I got paper.
exactly. Oh, that's
Damn.
a good.
Dude!
That's a good roll.
Yes, but you're in melee range.
And I have a rapier now.
Okay,
What
okay,
I-
cool.
Since I was taking last watch, would I have gotten enough sleep to get a long rest in? This is
I
important.
don't think any of us would have. Because
I
this
would
is
have
during
gotten
this is during Ethan's watch.
I would have
Yeah.
gotten at least 5.5 hours of sleep in.
Well, long rest is 8, so
Yeah.
no.
So no, okay.
Sorry, give me just 1 second. My dad just handed me a lovely burger.
Oh, nice.
Yawns.
All
Thanks,
right.
Dad.
Ooh, I got snacking. All right, let's get this initiative. We got. All right. Oh no, my pen's out of lid. God damn it.
Pen is out of lead. Hang on.
I know what I said.
Oh no.
They make medication
Okay,
for
so
that.
we got.
Headset.
Wow.
It's dying, apparently.
And then it is.
Rana first as always.
Having advantage on initiative rolls is
Yeah.
nice.
It's pretty good. And it is Rana's turn first.
Okay, how far away is he from me?
He is standing at the center of the four of you, and you four are basically standing like in each corner of the cabin at this point. So you're about like we've got Rana in if we're looking down with the door on the bottom of the cabin, then Rana is in the bottom left corner, Athan is in the top left, Althea is in the top right, and Johnny is in the bottom right.
Sweet. So we all have flanking.
Well, are we adjacent? Is my question. Well, I should
you're-
clarify. Is
So Rana
Isn't it-
and Johnny have about 20 feet apart, and Rana and Athan have about 15 feet apart.
no. Sorry. Is the thing adjacent with me? Can I fire at him without not with advantage, but without disadvantage?
Yeah, he's about like 10, 12 feet away from you.
Okay, cool. So I'll shoot him.
Yeah, go for it.
Not Colossus Slayer. He's not wounded yet, presumably.
Don't-
Dragon
Don't
Fan.
crit fail because I'm on the other side.
Does a 14 hit?
A 14 does hit.
Cool. 15 damage.
You fire off the arrow at him, and the arrow strikes him right in the chest. But he kind of flinches at that, and then he turns back towards you, and you see as the arrow is pulled into his torso, and there is more of that clicking noise as he does.
So it's like it's eating the arrow?
Basically, yeah.
Oh, good. Well, I mean I'm gonna shoot it again. Oops. Well,
Not so much.
With a 1, you got a 12.
yeah.
Yeah. Fire off another arrow, and you do appear to hit him, but the arrow hits at more of like his stomach area, and the arrow seems to go right through him, sticking itself into the wall near Althea.
What?
I'm really glad it didn't hit me.
Okay. Let's see. First things. Well, she'll ring the bell, and sheath herself in flame.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
So it just gives her fire resistance and 1 damage reduction.
Oh, you've activated the armor?
Not yet. I have to wait to do that next turn because they're both bonus actions.
Move from there. It is his turn, and yep, okay. So, see him kind of like look around the room. His actual body does not move. His head just spins 360 degrees.
Kind of like an owl, sort of. but
And kind of
creepier.
like an owl, but you can kind of see like the clothing that he's wearing, the kind of leather covering, just like slowly twisting tighter around his head until he gets to about 360 degrees, and then it all spins back around the other way. And then you see him reach his hand up and grab the wicker mask on his face. He suddenly pulls it off, and what appears to be thousands of bees pour out of his face.
What?
Told you he was a beekeeper.
So it's a swarm, sort of?
Yup.
We did say it was a
Everybody-
beekeeper.
Everybody make a Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Bee stings.
And yeah, they are now
Constitution.
swarming you. There's bees completely filling the cabin.
That's a decent con save.
The fuck?
Johnny, it is not being nice to you today.
No, it's not. This is not okay.
All right.
But whatever.
Rana, Althea, and Athan all save. Johnny does not, so
I love how the guy who's in head to toe full adamantine plate is getting stung and he's getting his
well,
belly.
they're
It's like, wow.
small bees. They're getting
No,
in there.
no, I get it. It's like this is just my day. It's all good, man. I'm not mad. It's just like wow.
It's the comedy of the situation. It's just like
Pretty
the
much.
guy
Yeah,
who
yeah, I
like
gotcha.
should have the most armor is just like, wait, why? What?
Yeah, exactly. So it's like 28
And,
points. So it's a total of 30 damage so far.
Yep. If you, so Athan, Althea, and Rana, you guys take half of that for succeeding.
Oh,
You all are getting
Ugh.
swarmed by bees. You can barely hear anything, and you can only see about a foot in front of your face because it is just so dense with bees right now.
Okay.
Who has
And with that,
Fireball?
it is Athan's turn.
Huh. Okay. So
Rapiers.
are the bees something that Ethan can target? Like with an
You
attack?
can target the swarm if you'd like, or you can just charge into the center and try and find the guy.
Oh, he didn't like, I don't know, discorporate?
Oh, as far as you saw before the bees obscured your vision, actually, yeah, with Rana and Athan's perception, you saw him take off the wicker mask, all the bees poured out of his face, and then he put the wicker mask back on.
Okay.
Oh.
So he's not made of bees, he just had a lot of bees in him.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Ethan will try to move on forward and find him through the bees.
Make a attack roll with disadvantage.
All right.
Yeah, you miss.
Okay.
Is there anything else
Well,
you can do? I know.
Well, did I find him? Like, I know where he is, kind of thing.
No, you still being. I'm sorry, I'm eating.
No, it's
Yeah,
okay.
it's fine.
Still kind of being swarmed with insects, so it's still hard to see in front of you. But you move out to about where you can estimate he was standing, and you swung, and you didn't connect with anything.
Okay. Yeah, he'll try again. He's got the attack.
All right, where are you? So you're standing about in the middle. Where are you aiming this attack?
Like, effectively, what would be the square to the right or something, you know, just slightly off from where he didn't hit before.
So for me, Yep, you swing and miss again.
Okay. Hmm. Bees. All right, let's see. Well, we'll spend a key point and throw another punch.
Are you going to keep going right, or are you going to mix up the direction?
We'll mix up the direction. This time he's like sort of swinging, not quite in a circle, but almost a little bit.
You swing and you miss again. However, you do hear the clicking noise come from a little bit further to your right, near where Rana would be standing.
Okay.
With that, it is Althea's turn. And Althea, what is your passive perception? Oh wait, did
10.
Ethan have one more thing?
Yeah, he's gonna heal himself.
Oh yeah, go for it.
And then that's the end of his turn.
So Althea, your passive perception is 10.
Yes.
Are you using your Frosty Halberd?
Yes. Because it was the first thing to hand.
Yeah. So you notice with your as you kind of pull out and have that halberd in your hand, the bees aren't getting close to it, so you actually have about 2 to 3 feet of vision in front of you now. It seems like whenever the bees get close, they kind of just like slow down and then drop to the ground when they're near the halberd.
Okay.
So what do you do?
Any chance I heard that clicking? Do I have a sense of where this adversary is?
You
That it
remember
is heading toward that it is heading toward Rana.
No, you heard Ethan kind of swing near you, but right now you the main thing you can hear is just buzzing in the ear.
And I can't see anything, even with dark vision.
Yep. Turns out you do have dark vision. You don't have bee vision, unfortunately.
Darn.
They are still clouding.
It do be that way.
It do kind of be like that though.
Dooby dooby doo.
Oh my god, my burger has onion rings on it.
Nom.
Carl
Oh,
Jr.
no.
or something?
Okay,
Burger.
so I have heard where Ethan is.
Yep.
And is Ethan where I thought this creature was?
Yes, you can tell that Ethan swung a punch near where the beekeeper man was.
Oh. Crap. This is gonna suck.
Hug the walls. Hug the walls.
Oh no. I'm contemplating something that's gonna do damage to everybody.
I was also contemplating something like that.
I've got
Uh-oh.
that. I've got that covered. Just hug the damn walls.
I mean, is Johnny saying that?
Yes, that is a free action. Hug the damn walls.
Althea's going to slide along the wall in Johnny's direction.
Okay.
And call
Fortune,
out.
You can yell as a free action.
Okay. And call out who's okay, who's not.
And you hear Johnny go, "Ow, bees!"
Yep. So if she can get to Johnny,
Yeah, Ethan would hear this too about the hug the damn walls thing.
presumably Rana would hear it too. We're not in
Yep.
that large of a space.
This room is what, 20 by 15, you said?
About that, yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Damn it. This is frustrating.
Hmm.
Because I don't want to hit Ethan.
Don't meta. You don't know where he is.
Right, I know. But well, yes, exactly. She doesn't know.
I think
She heard kind of where he is, but swinging through a
you can see that Althea in character would definitely probably be hesitant to just go start swinging a halberd around when she can't see much in front of her
Right.
face.
Oh.
Right, but she's sliding over in Johnny's direction because she's hearing him. Ow! She heard the bell. She figures Rana's got her protection under control.
Rana's
and
also glowing with fire, so there's a chance that
I'd see her through the dark
she's
vision.
relatively easy to see. I don't know, Guff, how you want to
Even with these?
just like, you know what I mean, how you want to handle that. But she's now sheathed with flame, like literal flame.
Yeah,
There are
just
no
touching on
bees
that
on
real
her.
quick, you can't exactly see like exactly where Rana is because the light is being diffused by all the bees.
Right.
But Rana, you do have an extra foot of vision because the bees are just kind of swarming around you. They're not trying to get up in your eyes and ears like they are with Ethan and Johnny.
Okay.
Anyway, Althea's turn.
Yes. So, ow, dang it. Sorry. Oh, I've got 45 points. That's awesome. So, Althea's going to slide into proximity with Johnny, holding her halberd between them and having a look at him and going, "Wow, you're messed up, dude." And lay on hands for 15. And then sort of thrust her halberd into the middle toward where she thinks Ethan might be. Not vigorously, because she doesn't want to impale him.
Make a attack roll.
Oh God. This is a bad thing.
Can you do that and lay on hands at the same time? Same turn?
Well, I don't know. Can you?
I mean, I could do it as a bonus action. Take the bonus action. Swing the butt end out because it's
She
I think
actually she
it's the
can.
half that's the
Polearm
ice.
Master.
Yeah,
I think that
Polearm
requires making the attack. So I think you
Hmm.
can make the bonus action as long as you've made the attack, and you haven't made an attack.
Yeah, good point.
You're
So
late on
yeah,
hands.
it's either you can either cast a spell, or you can do a physical attack. Good call on that one. I'm tired and I hadn't caught on to that for some reason.
It is an action.
Sometimes it's hard
Okay.
to remember what's an action, what's a bonus action.
It's a free action, yeah.
So I guess I can't do anything other than lay hands on Johnny,
I'm gonna cast Thermo-Tactical Nuclear War as a free action.
unless the DM says so.
Since you're not attacking anything specific, and since you're just kind of like half-heartedly swinging into the bees, I will say that you could probably lay on hands and swing the butt end of the halberd one turn. All right. You swing the butt end of the halberd and you don't hit anything with it. However, just from having that icy halberd move around, you do see the swarm appears to dissipate a little bit.
Okay.
And is that your turn?
That's my turn.
All right, it's Johnny's turn.
You're gonna love this.
Ooh, okay.
Because I know the dimensions of this room because we've been here for a while, the room is 15 by 20. I
Yep.
create a wall of flame
Oh.
that is a circular, that is an oblong, that is that is 18 by 13. It's 1 foot thick,
Okay.
which means that's why I told everyone to hug the damn walls. And the heat is on the inside. It's radiating towards the center.
Where Ethan is. Fabulous.
That's why I said hug the walls. Johnny doesn't know what Ethan's doing.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Chaos. I'm sorry, man. I can't meta this, and we're all in a world of hurt right now, man. So
No, it's fine. I mean, I think
No.
spells have to be in 5 foot increments and not 1
no,
foot
it's,
increments. But
no,
yeah.
this is a. It says up to 1 minute, you can create a wall of fire on a solid surface within range. You can make the wall up to 60 feet long, 20 feet high, 1 foot thick, or a ringed wall up to 20 feet in diameter, 20 feet high and 1 foot thick. So there is no increment. It's however, it's up to that diameter.
However
So I'm
many.
making it,
Yep. However many you want.
Yep. So yeah, no, I hear where you're going with it. That's why I read it specifically to find out what I could do with it. So I can make it whatever shape I want as long as it's within that 20-foot diameter. Which is why I wanted to make sure I knew how big the room was. The wall is opaque and lasts for the duration, and the duration is up to 1 minute. When the wall appears, each creature within its area must make a dexterity save. On a failed save, the creature takes 5d8 fire damage or half on a successful save. One side of the wall selected by you when you cast deals 5d8 fire damage to each creature that ends its turn within 10 feet of that side. So if you end your turn there, so yeah, you'd be kind of hosed. A creature takes the same damage when it enters the wall for the first time. The other side deals no damage. So yeah, that's why I'm making basically a room size, blast furnace heading inward. So I need a dex save from the Wicker Man and the Swarm.
Well, if he's inside the thing.
If he's inside, yeah.
Yeah.
But at least it'll deal with the bees.
Yeah, that's true. The bees.
I'm covered in bees.
The bees apparently have pretty good dexterity, actually.
Okay, so I do 5d8, and they take half of that, right?
And Ethan also gonna need a dex from you.
Oh, that's low too. But
That
those
is
are bees,
really-
so
that's a
Yeah,
roll.
they're
they're
not.
bees.
It uses
As it turns out,
inspiration.
bees don't have a ton of. Oh yeah,
Good
go for
point.
it.
What was that, Ethan?
Cool, I'm good.
No, you're
Oh, yeah.
golden, dude.
Ethan's fine. So yeah, Ethan takes 7 points of damage, and Ethan standing in the middle of the thing, you see that most of the bees kind of like start dropping dead from being inside this essentially blast furnace. But you see that as you look around, you are the only one standing inside this blast furnace. Just Ethan and a bunch of dead bees inside a wall of fire.
That's got to be some heroic looking shit right there.
It's pretty badass, I'm not gonna lie. And the wall of fire, it didn't completely trap the swarm, because if you were looking at this house from the outside, there'd be like bees pouring out the window. It was a lot of bees. So you do have basically like a 1 foot of bees like that are starting to drop dead as well outside just from being close to the heat. Is that your turn, Johnny?
Yeah, that's all I can do. I can cast
Okay.
one really sick spell.
Rana, it's back up to the top of the order. You see that with the bees dying kind of all around you, the Wicker Man has pressed himself against the wall to your left, and he's about 7 feet away from you, and he is looking at you.
Great.
And it's your turn.
All right. Oh gosh. I'm gonna have to roll this in Foundry because I didn't add my rapier to roll 20.
Okay.
What's your bonus? You just wrote R whatever D whatever plus something, right?
Could do
And
that.
1 second. I'm looking something up really quick. Oh, never mind. I don't need to roll the rapier anyway.
Okay.
I am going to. You said 7 feet?
He's about 7 feet away, yeah.
So I'll take I guess I'll step up to him. Oh wait, first I'm gonna activate my armor. So my AC is 17 now.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to cast Inflict Wounds.
Nice. One of my favorite hand-to-hand spells.
And
That's right,
actually,
because you're a cleric now, aren't you? Did you
I'm-
multi-class?
I did. And I'm actually going to cast it
Clear it.
at 3rd level.
Sick. Which means you're at
Yeah.
5d10.
Level 3.
Sorry, you're casting at 3rd level, so you're at 3d10. My mistake.
Oh no. Can I use my inspiration? Jacob's ruling.
Oh, you hit him.
What, with a 13?
Yeah, he's only wearing like cloth, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 18 necrotic. That's
All
not
right.
very much. I didn't roll. Oh, I rolled a 1. One of them was a 1.
You take a step and kind of lean forward and stick him with your halberd, and you get him right in the chest with it.
Wow, that's really
And
bad.
the necrotic damage seems to spread off of the halberd and kind of rot a hole.
Halberd? Who's Halberd?
It's not a
Or
halberd.
rapier, excuse me.
So it's a
Halberd's
hand,
on the brain, I guess.
it's a hand touch. She has to actually touch the guy.
Oh, okay.
It's a grab.
Yeah.
Melee spell attack is what it says. A creature you can reach.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, range touch.
okay.
Yeah.
Touching him. Ew.
I thought it was like a thing, like hex, where you like put it on a weapon and then put it on a guy.
I think
No, she's
that's
bad touching him.
that's
bad
also
touching.
what I thought it was, and that's why I was looking for my rapier attack, but then I reread the spell. So
Okay.
that was my bad.
Yeah, so you just reach over and place your hand on his chest, and the necrotic damage spreads out of your hand and leaves like a handprint shaped hole in his chest. And as you look into it, you guys ever seen The Nightmare Before Christmas?
Yep. It's
This guy's-
this guy's Oogie
it's
Boogie.
Oogie Boogie.
This guy's an Oogie Boogie. As you look inside,
no!
it's not just bees. There is all sorts of insects just crawling against his chest, basically.
Are they
It's a
crawling on her hand?
Renfield.
Oh, they
Oh my
do
God.
not. Since there's damage coming out of Rana's hand, she does hurt some of the bugs inside as well. You can see him kind of flinch, but you pull your hand away before any of them like jump over to you or anything.
My bugs, my bugs,
Oh,
My
that's so
bugs.
gross.
my bugs.
Okay.
It's a
and
Renfield.
then Rana will also call out that he's over here. And keep her rapier out. She'll keep her rapier out and handy just in case anybody manages to get flanking. I don't think I
Right.
can do anything else. I'm pretty sure that's all I can do because that's an action. I don't really have anything. Yeah, that's fine. You choose. Unless, yeah.
Its turn.
The Wicker Man looks, even though you can't see his face, you can tell he's rather cross with the whole handprint on his chest thing. And he takes a step close and tries to like reach around you, make a strength check
Oh
to avoid the
no.
grapple.
Strength. A check, not a save?
Or save. Yeah, that's
It's
what I meant.
contested, right?
Chaos.
Yes.
Not
Sorry, Guff. Which one do you want me to roll? A check or a save?
A save, I believe, right?
Yes.
I don't remember exactly how grapples work because Rana's usually in the back.
Yeah.
So it's not something I tend to have to remember.
Yes, you remember this one?
I don't. I don't
I always,
grapple much.
I always thought it was
Whatever.
at the monk. Okay, no, I always thought it was a contested save, but like a contested roll, like roll for roll. But even so, without the 4, it's still a 14. She would still win. She would still be able to break the grapple.
Yeah, you he tries to like reach around you and try to put you into like a half Nelson, but you manage to kind of like butt him off with your shoulder, and he hisses and clicks at you, and is now Ethan's turn.
All right. Oh, so I looked it up. He makes an athletics check, and then she can make an athletics or acrobatics to contest.
Oh, it's athletics.
Thank you very much for checking on that.
Based on where Rana said he is, since he can't see through the fire, Ethan's just going to jump through the wall of fire and see how that goes for him.
All right.
So
The damage roll.
I'm probably gonna have to do some kind of damage for that, I assume.
Yeah, 10 damage. We cool.
Yeah, you're good.
And then Ethan will move to flank the dirtbag.
You
Okay.
jump through the fire, and now you've got the Wicker Man in the middle with Ethan on one side and Rana on the other side against the west wall, I think, of the cabin.
Okay.
And the wall of fire is still working towards our advantage because he can't really move.
Yeah.
And noting earlier that he spit a bunch of bees out of his face hole, Ethan's not going to want to punch that so much, so he'll pull out his short sword. Give a couple swings with that.
Like epee style stabbings.
Yeah.
Yep, you hit him.
Yeah. And then use another key point to do one unarmed strike. Then he'll heal himself.
Yep, that hits.
Sweet. So 28 damage.
28 damage. Damn. All right.
Nice.
Yeah, you slash at him a couple times with your short sword, and you rip open some of the fabric on his arm, and you see more insects crawling around inside, and then you just punch him in the face, in his wicker face, and you can hear a couple of the twigs snap and stuff as you hit him. He is still standing though, and it is Johnny's turn. No, it is Althea's turn.
Okay. Can I see where this thing is? Through the fire, have enough of the bees cleared that I can see where I'm going?
Yes, enough of the bee. There's still bees like floating around, but they're not like stopping your vision or anything anymore. You can clear see to like the other walls of the cabin from now. It's just the only thing that's in your way is the walls of fire.
Right. So I'm going to pick the shortest distance, either to get over behind Rana or over behind Ethan, and I'm going to skirt outside the fire and then strike with the help behind because 10-foot reach.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can slash over people.
Yep, I can slash over people.
Yeah, go for it.
So strike.
Nice.
And
Yep.
the damage.
And extinguish the wall of fire. No, that's magic flame. It's concentration.
Oh.
You can't.
Yeah. It's just regular. And then so she's gonna swing that butt end around below the legs. And
Check.
hey, there's that. And then with the final strike. Damn. Not the crit, but there we go.
Damn. You go kind of nuts on him with that halberd, and he every time the halberd gets near him, you hear him like uh do like a more intense hissing and clicking, and that first strike with the halberd's proper head, you cleave it right into his shoulder, and it goes deep. Uh, Pull it back, you strike him a couple times with the butt end, and now he's still wearing his the wicker face mask, and the hood is still on, but the kind of right arm of his outfit is starting to kind of fall away, and you can just see this mass of crawling, chittering insects inside.
So 24 cold damage to a whole lot of bugs.
Yeah, and he's looking real rough because of it. You can see there's like insects and stuff like falling out of him and writhing on the floor, like all just dying from the cold from just being near the halberd.
Mhm.
And if that's all you got, that will be Johnny's turn.
That's it for
That's
me.
all.
And he can't move more than what, I guess 20 feet.
I see it from where I'm standing because you said it was next to Rana, right? And Rana and I were adjacent, I think.
Yeah, so Rana is in like the bottom left corner
Mhm.
of the cabin, and you're in the bottom right, so you're about 20 feet apart now. And the man is standing basically on the right at the middle in between uh Rana, and then Athan and Althea are on the other side of him. So he's like right dead center in the middle of that leftmost wall from
Uh,
you.
how tall is Rana again?
5'5".
Okay, I can see over her, so I can see him. Toll
If
the
you move over
dead.
behind Rana.
I
Oh,
don't need to move.
okay.
Toll the dead. He's injured. It's a let's see. We're looking at, you can see instantaneous.
Some
Wisdom
sort of
saving
save.
Is
throw.
Yeah.
Wisdom saving throw. And
okay.
the save DC is 17. Nope. It
Nope, does not save.
it takes 2d12 necrotic.
Ooh.
And that's a cantrip. Ah, still.
Wow, that's
Bonus action.
damage.
Okay.
We are going to cast. Let me see which one. I gotta make sure I get the right one here. Yeah, magic weapon.
Oh, I forgot about this little ditty.
Uh-huh. Which means that I send it over there.
Hmm.
No, wait, no, I can't. I can't. It's a
Spiritual weapon?
magic weapon. They're both concentrations, and I'm concentrating on the fire. Never mind, I can't do it. Retract that
Okay.
statement. Yeah, spirit weapon I can do because that's not a concentration. Thank you very much, Ethan. Yeah, so I got two of them, and they're both bonus actions. One's a concentration, one's not. So spiritual weapon is a non-concentration attack. And that will do, if I hit 1d8 plus my spell modifier, which is 9. Oof, that's gonna be brutal if I hit. Let me see. Let's see about this. Spirit weapon. And we're going to upcast that to let me check my spells real quick.
How is your
To
spellcasting mod 9?
spellcast attack bonus is 9.
Wow.
Because I've got a 20 wisdom. And I'm a wisdom caster.
You got the wisdom though.
He's maxed. So let me see something real quick. We're gonna upcast that to a level 5. We're going whole hog on this guy.
All right.
I think that hits.
Mhm.
Yep, that definitely hits.
Okay.
Yeah, the hits him with the Toll of the Dead, and you see him flinch and more insects fall out of him from the necrotic damage, and then you swing at him with that, and uh, with that swing, uh, you cut off his head, the spiritual weapon,
Good.
and you see there's now just a circular hole in between his shoulders where there's more writhing insects, and the body reaches down, picks up the head, and sets it back on his shoulders.
Rude. Rude. Okay, well, we got to do this the hard way. That's fine. That's my turn.
Ethan, however, when Johnny did that, you did see there was a little bit of what seemed to be a human vertebrae sticking up from inside the mass of insects before he put his head back on.
Huh.
Weird. He's got like some sort of spine in there.
Break it.
Can you pull it out?
I could try.
Like do the
maybe.
Like Sub-Zero.
yeah.
Do it like Predator. Make it into a golf club.
Fatality. Oh no. Will that get me copyright?
It is back to Rana.
All right, let's do this again. Inflict wounds. This motherfucker is still up.
Yeah, but we're going all out on this guy.
I'm sorry, 1 second. There it goes. Okay. Yep, here we go. I'm using my inspiration. I said that before I saw the roll, but I wanted to do
Okay.
my inspiration anyway.
Okay.
Sorry. I
Yeah.
consistently forget the inspiration rules.
No, it's all good. Yeah, you reach over and like poke him in the shoulder with the inflict wounds, and he flinches, and more insects fall out as another like necrotic hole kind of rots into his outfit.
And the fucker is still standing?
He is looking real worse for wear, but he is still standing.
You have Toll the Dead, right?
Yeah.
It does less damage, but it's not a single point of contact. It's basically a whole body screw you hippie with necrotic damage. So just a thought. And it's since he's already damaged, you do 2d12 rather than the standard 1d12.
Right.
So that's why I love you. And it's a cantrip, so you can do that shit all day.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think I can do that this turn. I'd have to do it next turn. Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
an action. So
Yeah.
cool. That's my turn.
Yeah. Okay.
1 second. I had to change headsets because my other headset died. You guys aren't getting an echo, are you?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. Because I'm seeing sometimes I'm seeing some feedback in the stream software, so I was a little concerned. But if you guys aren't hearing it, it's fine. I'll check
At
this
the
out
very
later.
least, I can't hear anything.
Cool.
Yeah, you now that's back to his turn. So, the Wicker Man is looking very angry. Even though you can't see his face, his insects are writhing in a particularly aggressive way. And he raises up his right hand and points it at Johnny and Rana. I'm just calling him the Wicker Man because he hasn't told you guys his name yet, and I'm not sure he'll get a chance. You see him raise up his right hand, and you see underneath his glove, it starts to it looks like little pinpricks coming out, just tiny little movements and jitters underneath the glove,
Okay.
until suddenly it bursts open and a swarm of fleas flies out of his hand and cover Johnny and Rana.
Okay.
Make a Constitution saving throw, both of y'all.
Oh, save. Oops. Well, I think it's the same actually for me because I'm not proficient in con, so I think it's just a +1 either way.
Yep. You both failed the
Failed.
Constitution, and you both take 4 points of poison damage.
Blah.
And
Well,
at
actually, I
the
took
same
3.
time, he raised his right hand, his head turned and looked left, and out of the massive gash that Althea left with her halberd, you see another like big pulsating, squirming, wriggling, just mass show up, and then a centipede about as big as a fire hose shoots out of his shoulder and attempts to get at Althea. Does a 9 hit?
Nope.
Right. The centipede comes at you, but you just hold up your halberd and swat it out of the air as it's coming at you. And now it is Ethan's turn.
Alright. The old rinse and repeat. Ethan's just gonna swing his short sword at this guy.
Set this thing on fire.
Huh?
And a hook.
Yep, that'll hit. Will also hit.
And then this bonus action, he'll cast Sanctuary on himself.
Ooh.
And that's it.
You can cast that after you've made attacks?
It's a bonus action, yeah.
Yeah, but I thought there was a stipulation on that spell that
Nope.
you couldn't be aggressive in the same action.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Being aggressive breaks the spell, but not
Oh,
only
okay.
after you cast it.
Big
Oh.
brain.
Yeah.
So, Ethan, you swing at the guy, and in one swing, you chop the head off the centipede, and it falls to the ground, still kind of squirming and wriggling. And then with your other swing, you leave a nasty gash in his thigh.
Sweet.
But he is still standing, and it is now Althea's turn.
Are Ethan and Rana flanking?
Oh yeah, y'all have flanking on him because you're standing on like either side.
Cool.
Actually, that means that I have that too with my 10-foot.
Yep, sure do.
Oh, right.
So stating this in the beforehand, I'm making my standard 3 strikes, and on the last one that lands, I am adding searing smite. And catching
Ooh,
the damn thing on fire.
So little.
Provided I hit with any of them, but of course, given that these are at advantage,
It'd be pretty hard to miss.
that, then end, and that, and there, and that, and then adding that searing smite, which catches him on fire. And where's that spell? It's a concentration, 1 minute, deals an extra 1d6 fire damage to the target for up to 10 rounds. Con save equals the spell's end. So then the spell save DC is 15. You're probably gonna make it because, you know, why not? And was it 1d6? No, that's not how that goes.
Slash R 1d6. Slash R space 1d6.
1d6. There we go. Freaking really? But it's
Did
still
you mention? Do I have to roll for something?
Yeah, con
save.
save. DC 15.
He fails.
Okay, so he's on fire now.
All right, yeah, Althea, you swing with the halberd, and on the first swing, you straight up sever off his left arm, which is now just on the ground, spewing bugs out of the empty sleeve. Uh, your butt end, you just jab it deep, and you feel the butt end hit something hard. It's not just sinking into a big thing of bugs. There is some kind of structure in it that you do hit. Uh, and then with that last swing, you throw some icy hot on him, and halberd swings directly into his head, and you make a nice sort of pizza wedge sized gash in the wicker circle helmet, or in the wicker circle mask, and his head is now on fire.
Okay, my turn.
Yep.
I'm going to play the odds here because I heard Ethan say something about a spine inside this thing. So I'm gonna unship my radiant mace of undead slaying.
Oh.
Are you still keeping that firewall going?
Yep, it's concentration. It just does its thing.
Okay.
And I'm a warcaster, which means I get advantage on concentration checks.
Okay.
So I'm gonna unship the radiant mace of undead slaying and take 2 swings at its chest cavity area. Because he said that
Right.
he saw it when he looked down into the spinal column, basically where the head was, so that should be in that area. I'm gonna take 2 swipes at it, and I've got Divine Strike, which means one of them gets an extra 2d8 radiant damage if I hit. Sorry, it goes.
Okay.
Oh, hold on, wait. It says
So, cleric with
attack
the
that deals an extra
cleric with the
1d8
4,
fire
she
damage
might.
to the target.
As a cleric with
There
the
we
4,
go.
she might.
So I can give it more fire. Let's see.
Advantage because flanking.
And I'm at advantage because I'm flanking, because we're all flanking.
All right.
Let's see, Radiant Mace of Undead. Attack number 1. 17, thank goodness for the advantage.
Oh.
Attack number 2. Is 12, does 12 hit?
12 does not hit.
Okay, but I still get the 1d8 fire, so let me roll that real quick. For the Divine Strike on the first one. So there's an extra 2 fire damage to its chest. Did I feel a good clunky contact with the spine?
As you swing your Radiant Mace of Undead Slaying, such a fucking cool name, by the way, you swing it into his chest, and you don't feel a ton of resistance. However, being as someone who's been in a lot of fights, you do hear the telltale sound of a rib cracking as you hit his chest and send out a small explosion of cinders and sparks as the fire effect takes hold.
It's got a rib cage, and I just cracked it. Aim for the chest.
Now it is Rana's turn.
I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. That's what I'm just gonna start swinging at it with my rapier.
Sounds like a solid plan.
Unless it's just not doing a ton of. Oops. I need to. Sorry, I need to jump. Oh no. Well, whatever. Jacob can delete that. What is it? Looks like. So it looks like a d20 plus 3 plus 4. I rolled it in Foundry. Are you? Oh, you're not there.
Oh, yeah. Whatever. I trust you.
It's a 20. What's the damage?
Hit?
Oh, and that's without advantage. But that's fine. It hits. Normal.
Yeah, it hits.
That's fine. Just a d8 plus 3, it looks like. Piercing.
All right.
And then, Chaos, do you know, do I get to attack twice with a rapier as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you have multi-attack, you can attack him.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll it in. So roll d20 plus 7. Ugh, that probably. Oh, I need to roll another one because of advantage.
I am
Yes.
back. What are we doing?
Okay, so that probably
Rana's
hits.
rapiering it.
That
And
hits.
then what did I say the damage was? D8 plus 3. Roll D8 plus 3. Okay. That's not a lot of damage. But
So,
Yeah.
question: is this thing actually an undead?
It is not.
Okay. Good to know, but still, the mace in and of itself is wonderful. I'm going to switch out to my mace that is effective against frog people.
Wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
okay, so that's what 9 plus 9 damage or 6 damage first and then 9 damage. Piercing.
Nice. Yeah, so you stab at him with your halberd, with your, I don't know why I keep saying halberd, with your rapier. And you get him right through the knee, and he collapses down onto one leg. And is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I don't think I have any. Oh, I probably could have used my hunter's mark, but that's fine. I'm good.
Right.
Come into the fire.
He
Fire.
gets down on one knee. He's cindering. He's getting all like extra crispy. The wicker on his face is still burning, and see him hold up his right hand and slowly clench it into a fist.
Don't like that.
And all of you can hear what sounds like a crunching or munching noise come from behind him, the wall. And you all watch as the wall to the cabin falls over
What?
and out into the swamp. Just a big old skaboosh down into the mud and water. And then he follows suit and falls over backwards, and the tatters of his outfit give away, and he just kind of explodes onto the wood.
Just bugs everywhere.
Just bugs everywhere. He's completely lost the shape of a human person.
But is
We have-
still alive?
But he's not
And-
necessarily dead.
He is not alive anymore.
Oh, okay. Okay. So
At the
it's
very least, he's not in fighting shape. We're out of initiative, is what I'm
okay.
saying.
Now it's bug stomping time.
I was gonna say Rana is
And,
about to pursue with extreme prejudice.
As you watch, y'all kind of watch in horror, confusion, and like kind of the same feeling of watching a car crash in slow motion. It's just such a weird thing. The bugs all dissipate away and kind of carry shreds of his outfit away. They all just like sink into the mud and scurry off, and you see that the only thing left is a human spine, rib cage, and skull
Creepy.
with a splintered and smoldering wicker circle precariously placed on the face of the skull.
Anything that's left needs to be burnt.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Johnny, would you
smashed.
mind
Yeah.
sacred flaming that to ashes?
Actually, Johnny's going to say a prayer for the dying and bury it. Give it last rites.
Mm.
Can you
No,
cremate it first?
I don't think that we want to leave any structure for the bugs to form around again.
All right. I can do both. Let's take it back inside and put it in the fire pit, into the fireplace.
Okay.
So now we have a huge hole in one of the walls.
Now we're missing a wall. The
No,
other walls
yeah,
are.
you've only got 3 walls.
I was gonna say the other walls are standing.
The other walls all are still standing, but you're now missing a large portion of the roof and 1/4 of the walls.
I can
It's
fix that.
still decent, still better cover than none.
I don't know. That thing was in here with us. Johnny, have you dropped the firewall yet?
Once it exploded, yeah, I dropped the firewall.
Just check it.
Oh, and Rana will summon her little healing panther.
Oh, nice. I miss that guy.
Here we go.
So,
So that is what is it? 10d6?
Yeah.
10d6.
oh yeah, everybody take some time and pet the panther. Some
No.
HP.
And re-roll any ones.
You.
10d6.
Also, does Johnny pick up the bones and pitch them into the fire?
Yeah, Johnny picks up the bones, brings them over to the fire, puts them into the fireplace, and observes proper last rites, laying any spirit to rest, and then incinerates the bones.
Yep. I will say, as you pick up the bones, you do notice that. I'm actually not sure if you would notice that. Is there anybody here that's actually good with? I guess it would be Johnny, who's good with the dead and with bones. And
Are you
I've
talking
got
about like in a medical profession?
yeah, kinda.
Ethan.
Ethan, then probably.
Does Ethan take a closer look at the bones?
Yeah, sure. They're very intriguing.
The
I
first
expect
thing
them
that
to be hollow.
the first thing that everybody can notice is that the bones are covered in what seems like some sort of rune or runic language. Literally, like almost every square centimeter of this skeleton has some kind of weird carving into it. They seem almost kind of like Northern European or Nordic runes more than like Eldritch or Elven runes. They've got that kind of very angular, very deep
Almost like
sort
druidic,
of.
like
A little
dwarven.
druidic, yeah.
Dwarven-ish.
Can
Dwarven-ish, kind of druidy.
If they're dwarven, then Johnny can read them.
Oh, they're not dwarven. They're
Okay.
more druid. You can't really like
Just linear and
ascertain
angular.
any like specific like religion or magic that it might have came from, but just looking at them, especially those of you that are more magically inclined, you can tell that they are old.
I was gonna say, can I roll a knowledge arcana? It's
Yeah,
not
go for it.
great, but it's yep, that's not great.
Well, you can tell that they are very old and pretty powerful runes.
Okay. Are they reanimation? Well, no, you said it wasn't undead, so the magic
Oh yeah, it's
wasn't
not.
reanimation.
Would
Tell,
Johnny?
and Johnny can probably tell just from being like, cleric and stuff.
Yeah.
They're not like reanimation runes. These were not living bones that were attacking you.
Huh. So maybe some sort of construct.
Perhaps.
Is a golem of some sort.
Maybe. I don't know.
It's not celestial, I'm assuming.
Neither confirmed nor
It's
denied.
very much not celestial.
Okay.
It-
Okay.
And yeah, as Rowan notices it with a bit more of your medical background and expertise, the bottom kind of hip bones are still there on the skeleton, and very interestingly, even though the Wicker Man was male presenting and spoke in a masculine voice, you can tell from the hip bones that this was a female skeleton.
Fascinating.
It's Star Trek. If you replace the word fascinating with the word bullshit, Spock's language patios gets a whole different flavor.
That's funny. Okay.
Oh, I like that.
That's funny. Okay, so we go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Hopefully finish a long
And you
rest.
go back to sleep.
Finish up that long rest.
All right.
Rana's gonna
Anything
curl
So,
up into a corner.
too keyed up?
It's Johnny's shift, so he's awake. I'm fucked for spells today.
I will also mention very quickly, after the bones have been pitched and burned, as Rana is petting the healing panther, she hears a very small Hellkeeper right next to her ear.
What? Is there a bug on her? Like, she's gonna flip out.
Is the beetle still in the
And
jar?
you turn, and on your shoulder is a black widow spider.
No, nope. She like legit like jumps 5 feet in the air and like screams and like swats at the thing.
Yeah, you knock it off. You even need to make an attack roll.
Yes, but does it now disappear, or can she stomp on it?
It's crawling around. It's trying. It's,
Oh, no,
it's
I
trying to
mean,
get away. Do that spider thing.
Rana effectively has arachnophobia. She is in the farthest corner away from this thing. She can't like
Yeah, well, John Rover, what?
she'll point at
Look
it.
at me. It's a spider. What about it?
Kill it.
Kill it.
Step on it.
You crush it.
He goes, the nasty spider's dead. Breathe. Look at me. Breathe.
Rana tries really hard to like breathe.
Rana's freaking out.
She needs that brown paper bag.
Johnny will walk over to her, take off his gauntlets, put his hands on the sides of her face gently, and he just says to her, "You're okay. You're safe. Breathe." And he just keeps eye not forcing eye contact, but inviting that connection.
Cool. Yeah, that'll help. That'll definitely help. So she,
His touch is very gentle right now.
yeah, she starts to calm down and like after I don't know how long I don't have a true phobia, so after how long seems reasonable, she'll say that like the spider talked in the thing's voice.
I've got a very needy pit bull right here.
What did it say?
Oh, it just it called me it called me Bellholder. That's all it said. It said Bellholder, and then I looked, and it was a spider, and you know what happened next.
Okay. Well, we've also still got that beetle in the jar, so we may want to deal with that too.
Yeah, that's accurate. Rana's okay with killing that thing now.
That beetle in the jar is still just kind of wandering around doing beetle things.
Not for much longer. It's about to do pasty things. And Johnny takes an alignment shift to chaotic evil for killing a beetle.
Oh wow, that's extreme.
Wow.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, so with that, I think we're about at time.
Yeah, we are at 7 o'clock.
Can we at least
So-
figure out if we got the long rest after that? Yes, no?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm
And
not
we
gonna
still
push
have-
you guys through that and then not give you a long rest. Holy shit.
And then, well, if you were Jacob, you wouldn't. Let's face it.
This is
Maybe.
true.
No,
Wow.
no, maybe Jacob would be like, okay, next thing. Here, I have a greater horned dragon, and it's got a toothache, and it's blaming you.
Oh my god, there actually is a basement and there's a Tarask in it. Oh.
That's a
The
big
rest
basement.
it's got a bellyache.
That's a really big
gassy.
basement. Okay.
Oh man.
Oh my.
All right.
All
So
right.
we need to do this. We need to finish this up at some point because this was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, hold on.
Thank you, Guff.
And with that, our heroes find their solemn rest inside the remains and ruins of a once proud home. Will Rana ever get over her arachnophobia? What will the adventurers do to finish up the noise complaint? Find out sometime, I guess, on Kings of War. The Guff Shot.
Nice.
All right, cut the stream.
Okay.
Love it.
Oh,